House here at Central High School. I believe our one and only trip we will have this season at the field house, as for the rest of the time you and your pops will have a game up in Gillette, and then we'll be at Story Gym for the most part. Outside of that, I think we'll have one game at East.
At South as well, too. Again, we'll see Thunder Basin at South. So, again, it's kind of the rarity at being at those home venues here in town again, as we now get into quadrant play, conference play. Again, as we see, this is kind of the lone outside matchup where they don't move it over to at least the Story Gymnasium due to the fact that at least Cheyenne South and Cheyenne East are currently playing over there tonight. So, again, the rare opportunity that we are here in the field house for an old-time rivalry between these two schools, Laramie and Cheyenne Central. And, again, it should be some good ones, at least afoot here, between both Lady Indians and also two Indians here coming up tonight.
Well, we'll see some of the top teams in Class 4A. Central Lady Indians coming in as the number 2 team in the state. Again, we'll have the boys right after that. The Central Indians are the number 1 team. I believe they received all but one first place vote in the last one.
It wasn't for me.
Right, and as far as number 1 in Class 4A, that's East. They received all but 2. Those 2 I do remember seeing went to Thunder Basin, the reigning Class 4A champs. The JV game here is just completed as Central took down Laramie's JV team 72-52.
That being the boys on that side.
That's right, on the boys' side. And the Lady Indians, the varsity team at center court, waiting for Jayla Jones to come in to get their pregame rituals underway.
Do want to take this opportunity right now to thank some of our fine sports sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. I'd like to thank Arrow Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin Robbins, Dale, Triple C Flight Crew, Bread Basket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Shine Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Education Federal Credit Union, Foot of the Rockies, Halliday Motors, High West Energy, Joed Produce, Kia of Cheyenne. Also, too, I'd like to thank First Tier Bank, LCCC, which we'll talk more about LCCC coming up at least around our pregame and throughout tonight's games, and also to Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. Chris, as you talked about, again, we have an interesting one, or at least an interesting couple games here on the girls' side. It might be pretty heavily favored in Central's case. Again, for Laramie as well, at least talk about at least the Lady Plainsmen, a team that's struggling a bit this year. Again, even outside of non-conference action, stand at 3-8 overall. Had at least a tough one this past Wednesday here in town, taking on, I do believe, Cheyenne East, where they got.
It's a final of 69-38.
Yeah,
so
it was a rough one.
Well, you'll hear about it as Coach Rod Tyson is not here, as he's got to serve a 2-game suspension as he got a double tech in that game, was ejected. So the sitting head coach is Doug Rohr Casey, and as you said, Nick, they come in at 3-8, 0-1 in quadrant play. But what's more astonishing at the moment is that the opponents have made more than double the shots against than Laramie's made. So that's not a very good recipe for success when your opponents are scoring twice as many buckets as you are. Typically that means you're fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, it certainly at least shows that on paper right now. We'll see what happens again. This Lady Indians team that we've seen a couple times. We go back to the Greeley at least Invitational, what they did against some of those top at least schools out of Northern Colorado. You talk about the lack of defense, so to speak, for Laramie, the Lady Plainsmen. It's going to be a long night for them if they're going to at least play that way here against this Central High team that loves to shoot, loves to score, and, again, have that quick up and down court kind of style pace. I want to thank more of our fine sports sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. I'd like to thank MHP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicap Pharmacy, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Page and Zach Lane at Number 1 Properties, Pepsi of Cheyenne, sponsoring our Pepsi scoreboard, Pete's Builders, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, the Gill Window Company, YDOT, and also, too, again, Cheyenne Urological PC.
Well, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of our pregame show for you right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Back into the field house as the Lady Plainsmen and the Lady Indians are getting warmed up for their game. And Nick, we had a chance to talk to Coach Kirkbride before the game. And, for Coach Kirkbride, he likes where his team's at. He thinks there's another level they can get to. Of course, the only blemish is a loss earlier in the season for them.
Yeah, as we say at this point in time, I do believe a 9-game winning streak right now for the Lady Indians, who have, again, just kind of torn asunder throughout this non-conference. And again, getting ready for this conference play where they're going to get tested throughout. Again, not tonight. Again, nothing against Lady Plainsmen, but again, they're having their struggles this season. But again, once Cheyenne Central takes on the likes of Cheyenne East, once they see Thunder Base and Gillette's of the world, again, they're going to be tested. So right now, again, if Coach Kirkbride is happy where his team is headed at, this is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect moment where you get ready for those kind of big-time contests, again, as they get at least that much closer next Friday game that we will have on 1480 KRAE. Again, we will be live at Story Gymnasium for that crosstown rivalry, at least part one between Cheyenne East and Cheyenne Central, which should be phenomenal. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Well, and just to recap what last week what looked like for Central is we had South and Scottsbluff on, I believe, Tuesday last week. Scottsbluff then went on to play East. East beat Scottsbluff in overtime, and that was the night that Kai Buell scored 40 points to break an East scoring record that night. And then these Lady Indians went to Scottsbluff to play them, and for the Lady Indians, they were able to take down Scottsbluff in overtime as well. So Scottsbluff, really a team that when we saw on that Tuesday night could shoot the three ball. They ran it up on South and had a big win, but then kind of got punched in the mouth a little bit by the top two teams in the state of Wyoming.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, for that Scottsbluff at least squad, whether it was on the girls' side or boys' side, again, they are a tough outfit. Again, Cheyenne schools know that very well of how, again, when you size up a Scottsbluff team, you're going to get tested, and all three schools got tested, if not, again, saw the brunt of just how talented that team is out in Nebraska. But, for Central, again, this is that tune-up game once again. It is also, too, hopefully that not trap game as well for Cheyenne Central, not a little overconfidence. Again, you are riding that high of a 9-game winning streak. Don't overlook this Laramie team, or else they're going to make you pay.
Right, and we asked Coach Kirkbride that exact question. Do you make sure to, really make sure they were focused for this one, as the East is the next game? And he said, we haven't even talked about East yet.
Yeah.
Of course, we're talking about 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old young ladies here, high school students. They know what's coming up next, so you have to hope they start off fast. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starters for the Laramie Lady Plainsmen after this 1-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Well, again, as we mentioned earlier, the Laramie Lady Plainsmen will be without head coach Rod Tyson, as he had the double technical call against him when in that matchup against East at Story Gym on Wednesday. So it will be Doug Casey as the head coach, and his starting lineup will be sophomore number 2, Janie Adair, 6 points a game. She's shooting 50%, though, from behind the arc. Senior number 4, Jayla Wolf, a point per game, also 3 rebounds. Senior number 5, Kayla Vasquez, 7 points, 5 rebounds a game for her. Junior number 14, Chloe Yend, 2 points a game, 2 rebounds a game. And it's their leading scorer, junior number 23, Kylie Cox, 11 points, 3 rebounds. They score 36 points a game. They've given up 48 points to their opponents, 30.5% from the field, 27% from 3, 51% from the free throw line is what Laramie's shooting. They're going to have to be special to have a special effort here tonight, Nick.
Yeah, they certainly are going to have to at least kind of play that 110% effort against Cheyenne Central to pull off that upset. But again, it is a team that has nothing to lose at this point. Again, their backs are against the wall and again are going to play their hearts out and again try to get that upset against their longtime rival here, Cheyenne Central.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout as we step aside for the national anthem being played in-house here on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house. Let's now take a look at Central Lady Indians and head coach Glenn Kirkbride starting lineup. They come in at 10-1, 1-0 in the quadrant play. They'll come out with sophomore guard number 4, Jordan Jones, 8.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. Senior guard number 21, McKenna Salee, 5 points and 1.5 rebounds per game. Senior forward number 23, Ellie Fernio. She's their leading scorer, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. She loves that. Fill up that box score. Junior number 30, Bailey Delbridge, 9 points, 2.5 rebounds. Senior number 32, Jayla Jones, 6 points a game, 33% from behind the arc. They score 53.5 points per game. They give up just 38. They shoot 40% from the field, just 22 behind the arc, 61% from the free throw line. And Nick, for Central, you'd love to see them be able to kind of light it up. Of course, Coach Kirkbride told us the last time they were here, they lit it up from behind the arc. This is a team that can shoot it, so you'd like to see them be able to find that shot from behind the arc.
And again, what is a perfect opportunity right now in front of them against this Laramie team where, again, as you mentioned, allows double shots, at least to those opponent teams. So, again, we'll see what happens coming up here tonight. Again, Cheyenne Central coming into this contest 10-1 overall, 9-game winning streak. Number 2 ranked in Class 4A here in the state of Wyoming. So again, a lot on the line for Cheyenne Central. Again, not so much pressure, but it is something that hopefully they don't come in a little too overconfident and overlook this Laramie team.
Laramie will be in their maroon with the kind of burnt orange on the outline white numbers. Central will be in their home whites, red letters, black on the outline and red on the shoulders. They'll go right to left across your computer screen radio dial, however you're following with us tonight on 1480 KRAE. High school hoops is underway as Central will start with the basketball, and Delbridge almost went the wrong way and went into the backcourt. Delbridge will have the basketball. Laramie will start in a 2-3 zone. Jones has it high on the right side. Delbridge up back to Jones on the right wing as they look for a cutting Fernio. They give it to her in the short corner. She'll dribble it behind the arc. Skip pass over to Salih. Jab step. Delbridge loses the handle. It's the first turnover for Central as Delbridge sees that go right off her noggin.
Again, not a crisp, at least, start there for Cheyenne Central, as you mentioned, with Fernio again almost walking over the backcourt, not realizing what basket they were shooting at.
Vasquez has it right side. It looks like Central will start out in a 1-3-1 on defense. Adair with the basketball for Laramie, starting up high, asking for help by Jayla Wolf. She'll come out and help her out. Cox in the corner. She's the one they got to stop. Adair has it down low. There's Vasquez from 5. It's an air ball, and Delbridge grabs the rebound. Delbridge with a quick rebound, comes in transition, goes to Salih. Salih down low. Jones on the short corner. That's JoJo. Sister Jayla Jones also out on the floor. Jayla with the basketball. Jab steps one way, comes back up top as Central works the perimeter in the short corner. Fernio puts her shoulder down, knocks down the player. It's going to be an offensive foul as she did lower her shoulder.
So basket did not count there for Central. Again, offensive foul called against Fernio, so she'll pick up her first foul. Team's first called against Cheyenne Central here. 8-minute quarters here in the high school ranks, as again, we've been at least doing a lot of JUCO basketball here on 1480 KRAE. Different between the two.
Full court pressure for Central. Lob pass comes into Vasquez. Vasquez one dribble, gets it across the timeline over to Yend. Yend with the basketball, goes right wing. Vasquez left side. Adair in the corner now. Pump faking it is Wolf, and she'll dribble up high and reset the offense. 6:45 left here in this first quarter, no score. Wolf still with the basketball. Central's had 2 possessions. The second possession for Laramie as Cox puts it up for 3 in the corner and knocks it down. We got our first score. It's Kylie Cox with the first 3 points.
3-0 lead to start out this contest for the Lady Plainsmen.
Vasquez tries to come up with a steal. It's out of play. It'll stay Central basketball.
As Laramie right now looking like a team that is just playing with full confidence, a team that does not, at least that 3-8 record does not indicate how well this team's playing right now.
Well, Coach Kirkbride said he did not want his team to get off to a slow start. They haven't been able to find a way through the zone yet. Delbridge straight away, dribbles with right hand, gets in the lane, goes with the bank shot, too strong. Vasquez grabs the rebound for Laramie. Here come the Lady Plainsmen. Cox will dribble it across the timeline, asks for Wolf to come up top. She'll give it to her again. Central in a 1-3-1. Wolf gets around Jones, poked away from behind, but it comes right to Adair, who calls for somebody to flash up top.
No movement by the Lady Plainsmen.
Cox comes up top, and then we'll come to the corner. That's where she hit the last one, and she goes floating to the corner, and they'll go right back to her. Jones comes out quickly this time. It's a pass thrown away. Jones, JoJo with the basketball, trying to go coast to coast. Contact, no call. Fernio there for the rebound. She misses the shot. There's Delbridge with the putback. And Central's finally on the board after a couple extra attempts.
Central got very fortunate there on that offensive side.
In transition, Laramie with a quick shot. It's going to be last touched by Vasquez as it rattled in and out. And Delbridge will inbound it for the Lady Indians. 3-2, Laramie with the lead. We're 5:27 left here in the first quarter. Delbridge walks it across the timeline. In that 2-3 zone sits Laramie. Jones has it, goes for the reverse court. Salih up the top. Fernio and JoJo are inside the paint running back and forth. Jayla Jones will put up the 3 and knock it down with a hand in her face from the right wing. The first lead for Central, 5-3 the score with 5 minutes left in the first quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard.
Even with Jayla having the hand in her face, so still has the height advantage out there on that court.
With the basketball, it's Wolf. She's on the right wing. Delbridge up top as Central's in a man defense. Kenzie Bolts will check in next. Wendell JoJo with a hand on the pass. Picked up by Fernio. It's the second turnover for Laramie. In transition, Salih hands it off to Delbridge. Pump fake, slices through the zone, puts up the shot with the contact, rolls off the back iron. Fernio there for the offensive rebound, too strong, and the rebound will come down to Vasquez. So Fernio's missed a couple of easy lay-ins, maybe a little contact on both the Delbridge and Fernio attempt, no call.
Yeah, but rushing shots so far for Cheyenne Central.
Salih comes up with a steal. It's a third turnover. Salih has to slow it down. Comes over to JoJo. JoJo gets in the lane, hands it off to her sister. Jayla loses the handle. Wolf comes up with a steal. So both teams with a couple of turnovers back to back. Right hand high off the glass, too strong. Jayla Jones grabs the rebound for Central as Vasquez shot too strong. We're at halfway through this first quarter.
That's
starting to pick up the pace as well.
Well, Central's kind of slowing it down there, at least right now.
Fernio, skip past Delbridge. It's on the elbow, the left elbow to JoJo. She'll dribble it to the top of the key. Delbridge fakes the shot, kick out Salee. She can't get her shot off in time. Drives, dish. Jayla Jones, step back three. It's short. Fernio grabs her third offensive rebound. Goes up and is fouled.
That'll be Laramie's first team foul called again in this quarter, and it looks like that's going to be at least called against Cox, so she'll pick up her first foul.
And Fernio will go to the line to shoot two. Just two fouls called in the game, one on Fernio, one on Cox. Both teams leading scorers, both picking up their first fouls for their respective teams.
Which is first quarter for both squads. Again, I'll give a slight advantage to Laramie even though they're down by two. Again, Central has not been crisp here.
Fernio hits her first 59% from the free throw line on the season. Knocks down her first as Bassert and Bolts come in for Central. Delbridge and Jayla Jones take a seat. It will be for the first time Rael Curry who checks in for Laramie. One more free throw coming, 6-3 the score in favor of Central. Fernio rattles the second one in and out. Wolf grabs her first rebound. 3:30 left on the Pepsi scoreboard here in this first quarter. 6-3 Central with the lead. Wolf loses the handle. Bassert comes up with a steal and two for Kelsey Bassert as she quickly gets on the board. The lead's up to 6, 8-3 the score.
Central again like a shark in water smelling blood. They on the defensive side can read at least those steal opportunities.
Make that 5-3 the score. As I said, 6 as we'll have a foul on the floor. It will be on JoJo, her first team second. And Laramie will inbound underneath as Vasquez will come in for Wolf, for Cox, just kidding.
Compared to JUCO action here on 1480 KRAE here in the high school ranks again. No shot clock and no shot clock for the high school for both girls and boys.
Vasquez inbounds it to the corner. Fernio knocks it out of plays. The pass was intended for Chloe Yen.
As in that inbound pass, just a second, at least second ticks off.
And it's going to be in the corner as the official points for Vasquez where he wants her. And she'll inbound it with JoJo in her face. Looking to the right corner, Adair with the basketball. Dribbles with the left hand, goes into the lane, now kick back up top. JoJo nearly comes up with another steal. Vasquez runs it down in the backcourt, double dribble, no call. Bolts will bat the pass out of play. It'll be Laramie basketball.
It'll be Laramie basketball here right in front of us to inbound. We get another offensive opportunity here for the Lady Plainsmen, who have been stuck at three for quite some time here in the first quarter.
They did have the 3-0 lead. It's been 8 straight points for Central. Adair with the basketball, throws it over to Vasquez. Vasquez goes in the corner with the basketball again. She is going to be fouled by Fernio, and that will be her second. It looked like Fernio had a lot of ball, but the offhand may have gotten her as here comes Delbridge. She'll come in for Fernio after this first free throw attempt put up by Chloe Yen.
As you mentioned again, Fernio picking up her second foul. Team's third called against Cheyenne Central here in this first quarter.
Yen's shot hits off the left iron as Delbridge will come in. Fernio with her 2 fouls at 1 point will have to probably sit, I would assume, for a majority of this half.
Which is not good for Cheyenne Central. Again, we saw where at least Delbridge and Fernio sat out for that Greeley Central game and a few others where, again, the Central High team struggled.
Salee will grab the rebound as both attempts by Yen go off the right iron. Salee picks up her first rebound. 2:40 left here in the first quarter. 8-3 Central with the lead. A 8-0 run for them. Salee short corner, puts it up from 5. Rattles in, rattles out, then back in for McKenna Salee. Good pass by Kenzie Bolts to find her in the corner. Inbound pass stolen by Bassert. Another stealer, second one. Back to Bassert in the corner. Up top, Delbridge, left wing, fakes the shot, gets in the lane, kick out. Salee can't take the shot. JoJo in the lane, puts up the left-hand shot. It's an air ball grabbed by Curry.
A lot of contact on the inside, but no whistle.
Yen has the basketball, goes corner. Vasquez will put it up from the right corner 3. It goes off the hands of Salee, maybe. And I think they're going to call red basketball. And they will. Big Kylie Cox coming in for Laramie, and it'll stay Laramie basketball.
Kind of a delay. Actually, they're going to convene right now, refs on the other side, to decide of who it was. There was no official call of what basketball it was.
Claire Fraley will come in for the Lady Indians.
It'll
come
stay
in for JoJo.
It'll stay with Laramie.
Fraley, a 5'9 junior. Hasn't seen a ton of varsity time, but coming in here to spill JoJo with 2:02 left. 10-3 the score. It's a 10-0 run for Central after the three-pointer hit by Kylie Cox to start the scoring. Wolf gets in the lane, tries to go around Bolts, does so, throws it way too hard off the glass. Salee tried to get one hand on it, goes off her hand and out of play. Vasquez for Laramie will inbound it underneath the basket. Vasquez looking for someone to flash open. Yen goes to the block instead up top. Cox for three. Knocks it down. Kylie Cox with 2 3-pointers. A 10-6 lead now for Central.
And that'll end that 10-0 run.
Delbridge goes over to Bassert in the corner. Salee doesn't take the three. Instead, they'll reverse the court. Delbridge fakes one way, goes to Bassert. She's open from the right wing. Hits off the backboard off the right iron. Bolts, the smallest player on the floor, grabs the offensive rebound, throws up the wild shot. It's an air ball, and Yend grabs the rebound. Here comes Laramie in transition. Once down 10-3, it's now 10-6 after the Kylie Cox three-pointer the last time down the floor. Yen gets in the lane, runs into Salee, and then Delbridge grabs the loose ball. It's a turnover after great defense by McKenna Salee and a double dribble called by Central. It's going to be the third turnover for the Lady Indians. And Coach Kirkbride says, calling timeout for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of exaggeration. I didn't see 2 minutes. It would have been the end of the quarter of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, letting the official know a timeout was wanted. Wolf across the timeline. Bolts riding her right hip. Wolf will slow it down, comes into the lane to Yen. Yen stops at the left elbow, back out to Wolf. Wolf bounce pass down low. Curry with Salee hounding her on the back. Yen into the lane, puts up the right-hand floater. Too strong off the glass. Curry grabs the offensive rebound and rolls it in for two.
There's now a 5-0 run advantage for the Lady Plainsmen.
Curry, that's her first bucket this season. She was 0 for 4 from the field. 41 seconds left, 10-8 the score. It's a 5-0 run here for the Laramie Plainsmen. Bolts has it on the right wing, 2-3 zone still for Laramie. Bassert into the lane, nice slice and dice, but too strong on the left hand, and it's going to be last touched by Curry, say Central basketball.
Right now, this Central High team that's going through peaks and valleys here in this contest.
Here comes Jayla Jones for the Lady Indians, Adair in, as well as Ruby Durrell for the Lady Plainsmen, as Fraley will come out for Central.
As it'll stay with the Lady Indians as they're looking to inbound.
Jones along two, hits short off the right iron. Grabbing the rebound was Cox. Her first rebound tonight, and Cox will slow it down, maybe save it for one.
Yeah.
See if they can get a bucket here, Laramie. That's going to be a huge momentum going into the second quarter.
Chance to tie, if not take the lead right now for Laramie.
Durrell with the basketball up top. The freshman goes to Cox. She'll pull the trigger. Hits off the left iron. Jones grabs the rebound for Central. First miss from deep as Bassert throws it up from half court. It hits off the right iron and falls down to the floor. We're done with one quarter. Central with 10. Laramie Lady Plainsmen 8. A 1 minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Will come out in the second quarter. They'll have the basketball. Yend, Adair, Vasquez, Cox, and Durrell. For Central, they'll have both Bassert, the Jones sisters, and Delbridge for the Lady Indians, who will come out in full court pressure again as they hound Kylie Cox, and it went right off the hands of Cox, but they're going to say Bassert was the last one to touch it. So now they'll come out. They'll see a few more Lady Plainsmen come and help with the inbound. Inbound comes into Durrell. Cox had it taken away by Kelsey Bassert. It's her third steal for Bassert off the bench. Jones fires the pass to Bolts. Kick out. Bassert for three from the left wing. Rattles in and out. Back in again. Bassert with 5 points off the bench is a 5-point lead for Central.
As that ball thought about exiting out, but it at least thankfully fell through for Cheyenne Central.
Vasquez poked away from behind by Bolts. JoJo grabs the loose ball. Here comes Central in transition. Jones kiss off the glass. Good for 2, her first 2 points. And now you're starting to see a track race a little bit for Central in this full court pressure.
Well, how about a 5-point swing there in a matter of seconds for the Lady Indians?
It's back to their 7-point lead as Bolts will be called for the reach.
Yeah, the little poke check at least foul there. So at least Kinsey will pick up her first foul. Team's 4th called against Cheyenne Central.
Rory Cowley will come in for Bolts. Cowley's first time in, averaging a point per game off the bench for Cowley. Inbound pass from Adair will come in to the corner to Yen. Nice rip through Yen into the lane. Blocked by JoJo! Here comes Central in transition. JoJo with the left-hand dribble. We'll slow it down. Delbridge outside to Cowley. Gets it back, does Delbridge. Fakes the long 3, now dribble handoff. Cowley doesn't take the shot. They're giving her plenty of space, just not willing to shoot. JoJo has it on the right elbow. A lot of contact, throws up the shot. Almost falls in. It would have counted if it went. JoJo will go to the line to shoot 2 anyway.
Well, at least that foul is going to be called against Durrell, so she'll pick up her first foul. Second team foul called against the Lady Plainsmen.
JoJo, 2 steals and a block to go with the rebound already. 2 points for her with 2 more opportunities to add to that. First one on the way, rolls in. 57% on the season is Jordan Jones, just a sophomore for the Lady Indians. Of course, her brother Willie Jones played for the boys, and Jayla Jones is a senior. As the second one hits off the front iron, Vasquez grabs the rebound for Laramie, her third one. Yen has it, or that's Durrell has it stolen away by Jayla Jones. It's now 9 turnovers for Laramie here in this first half. JoJo has it on the left wing, working against this 2-3 zone by Laramie. Down low, Callie by herself, but good recovery by Yen to distract her enough to have her kick out the pass to Delbridge. 16-8 to the score. Bassert open for 3 on the left side. Again, too strong off the right iron. Jayla Jones initially had the rebound, but it's ended up coming to Yen. A travel was wanted by every Central fan in the building, and no call as Cox walks it across the timeline.
There's a good crowd on hand here at the field house from both Cheyenne Central and Laramie.
Lob pass down low. Good catch by Yen. She goes up and fouled as the shot was pinned against the right part of the iron and backboard. So Yen will go back to the line for a chance to get on the scoreboard, where she's 0 for 2 tonight and 40% on the season.
As Bassett will pick up her first foul, team's 5th called against the Lady Indians here in this, at least first half.
First one by Yen. That one rolls in through the front iron. And here comes McKenna Salishal, spill Bassert. Of course, Ellie Fernio on the bench with 2 fouls. Well, probably with this 7-point lead right now for Central, no
need to
threat
rush
to bring her back in. Yeah, knocks both of those down. She goes 2 for 2 that time at the line. 16-10, first 2 points scored in the quarter for Laramie. 5:55 left here in this second quarter. JoJo gets around Vasquez as Laramie went full court pressure. Goes over to her sister Jayla, puts up the 3 ball, rattles in and out, and grabbing the rebound is Durrell. You see JoJo being a little frustrated, a lot of body contact with no calls. Adair will walk across the timeline with the right hip high dribble.
Well, the thing for Jones is if you're not getting that call, at least for you, you got to keep your composure out there.
Adair falls to the floor, grabbing the loose ball is Jones. She goes to her sister Jayla, throws up the left hand, fouled on the way up, too strong on the shot. Jayla Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul.
Let's see, the foul's going to be called, it looks like, against Dorrell, so she'll pick up her second foul. Team's 3rd called against Laramie here.
Jones at the line to shoot 2. 3 points on the night. She hit a 3-pointer early in this quarter. She hits her first free throw. 75% on the season from the free throw line as Bassert will come in for Delbridge, takes a seat.
Yeah, so
Delbridge with 2 points.
And
a timeout called by Coach Roar Cassie. So it's going to be a full, as it looks like people are going to take a seat. So we'll take a 1-minute timeout here as well on 1480 KRAE. 5:25 left here in the second quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard. Central with a 17-10 lead. Jayla Jones will have one more free throw coming after that timeout called by Rourke Casey.
On paper, surprising that it's a 7-point advantage right now for Cheyenne Central, where right now Laramie, as we talked at least in the break, the Laramie team, if they clean up the turnovers, they're not a bad outfit.
Second one by Jones is good as well. Lead back up to 8. Full court pressure. Diamond 1 for Central as Laramie gets around it. Vasquez in the corner. Durrell back to Vasquez in the wing. She traveled. The 10th turnover for Laramie.
So Central opportunity here to extend out the already 8-point lead against Laramie here.
And it will be Callie who will get it into Bassert. Bassert gets around the 1-3-1 pressure. JoJo in the lane, goes with the right hand, is blocked by Durrell, and Vasquez grabs the loose ball. Good block there by the freshman, Ruby Durrell.
As Laramie slow to get across the timeline, looking to just set up the offense here.
It's Adair with the basketball high on the left wing with Salih out on her as Central's in a man defense. Adair dribbles between the legs now, looking for someone to flash up high. Instead, we'll go to Yen in the middle, almost taken away by Callie. She's now double teamed. They reverse court. Vasquez on the wing. Vasquez, one dribble, goes to Yen on the right wing, gets into the lane, stops at the right elbow, and is fouled by McKenna Salih.
Salih will pick up that foul. Team 6 called against Cheyenne Central for Salih. It'll be her first.
16 fouls, as Nick said, for Central, just 3 for Laramie. Of course, Laramie, when you play in a zone, you don't foul as much, typically. Second one, that's Cox triggering it into number 2, Adair. Adair pass over to the right side. Bassert almost comes up with a steal as Cox wanting that pass a little bit sooner.
But it'll still stay with the Lady Plainsmen here.
Yen has it on the right elbow, now at the free throw line. Kick out, Durrell for 3 from the left side, hits off the back iron. Bassert boxing out, grabs a rebound. She's off to the races. Going for the left hand, stops in the lane, loses the handle. It's on the floor, and a jump ball will be called. It will be Central basketball.
Ran into the brick wall, that being at least Durrell there on the end. And again, jump ball opportunity, but it'll stay with Cheyenne Central.
JoJo to inbound it underneath the basket for Central. Holds up 4 fingers. Bassert open. She'll take the shot. High arcing. Hits off the left iron. Right iron. And it comes down to Salih, who tries to save it as she goes about 2 rows up. The bleachers on that far side. It'll go Laramie basketball.
As we've been at 18-10 for quite some time between these two.
Sub coming in will be Rael Curry. She'll come in for Durrell. 18-10, 4:15 left in this second quarter. As Jayla Jones goes and grabs the steal on that inbound pass, still has the basketball. Nice drive and dish to Callie, who had it taken away by Yen as she reaches over the shoulder of Callie. It will stay Central basketball. It's the 11th turnover for Laramie on that inbound pass.
A Central team that throughout this first half has been a little Heckle and Jai, at least
Jekyll and Hyde.
Again, as I get mixed up on that one.
JoJo goes to baseline, kick out pass, extra pass over to Bassert. Bassert, Jayla Jones gets 1 foot inside the paint, goes to Callie, took too long to take the shot, fakes it instead, hands it off to JoJo. JoJo into the lane, right hand floater, banks it off the glass and good for 2.
And now a double-digit, at least, lead for the Lady Indians here.
Full court pressure, Yand in the backcourt still trying. Will knock down Callie, get it into the front court, kick out pass Vasquez, she'll put out the 3 from the right wing, it's an air ball. Curry grabs the initial rebound and then lost the handle as it goes out of play. It will be Central basketball.
Central basketball that right now has a 10-point advantage, again, largest lead for either team here so far in this contest.
JoJo with the basketball, Kenzie Bolts will check in, next whistle for Central. JoJo in the front court, double team, gets around it. And lob pass over to Bassert, skip pass Salih, left corner 3. Hits off the left iron, is a little bit short as Adair grabs the rebound for Laramie.
A lot of one-and-done opportunities for Cheyenne Central here in this first half.
The 10-point lead is the largest for Central here in this first half. Adair loses her dribble, then comes over to Cox as Salih was all over her. Cox will put up a 3 without a hand in her face. It's short, and Cowley will grab the rebound for Central. JoJo will walk it across the timeline, hand it off to Bassert. Bassert on the right side goes to Cowley. Back up top, Bassert, left side, Salih looking to find somebody open in the middle, that being JoJo. Jayla has it in the corner, comes back to Salee on the wing. Skip pass right wing now to Bassert way up high. Salee not ready to shoot.
Yeah, Central just taking their time right now, trying to set up, find at least the best opportunity.
Salee driving baseline. Her shot rolls off the left iron out and comes up top. Bassert, high arcing three, hits off the left iron. Vasquez grabs the rebound. Vasquez, that's her fifth. Stolen, Bassert, or Cowley throws it up off the left iron. Too strong. She'll go to the line, though, to shoot two.
Foul. It looks like that's going to be called against at least Yin. So she'll pick up her first foul. Team's fourth called against Laramie here.
And for Cowley on the season, she's 100% from the free throw line. First one on the way is good as it hits the back iron and goes through. Bolts in, Wolf in for Laramie as Bassert will come out for the Lady Indians, and for the Lady Plainsmen, it will be Kayla Vasquez. 21-10 the score, as we'll see Kia Brandt, tongue twister.
Kia Brandt, yes. As we're having that at least a little tongue twister, at least syndrome here tonight.
Second one by Callie. Too strong off the back iron. She grabs her own rebound, goes up with the shot, and she'll go back to the line. The shot didn't fall, and the foul's going to be on Yen, her second.
Yeah, picks up two quick ones right there. Her second, team's fifth, called against the Lady Plainsmen.
And Callie back at the line to shoot two more with this 11-point lead, largest of the half. 2:11 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Callie misses the first one, too short. One more free throw coming for the Lady Indians, as we'll see Vasquez come back in for Laramie.
A surprising 11-point lead for Cheyenne Central, who's had many opportunities, many good looks here tonight, at least in this first half. And it's a surprising 11-point lead. It should be a lot larger.
Especially with the fact they've caused 13 Laramie turnovers and only turned the ball over 4 times themselves. Cowley's second free throw. That one bangs hard off the back iron. Few players converge on it. It's going to be last touch, though, by JoJo of the Lady Indians, and it'll be Laramie basketball with 2:09 left. 21-10 Central with the second quarter lead. Full court pressure for Central. Adair looking to inbound it, trying to find someone to pop open. Vasquez will. Vasquez still trying to get around Brandt. She will do so. Get into the front court. Nearly dragged her left foot to be a travel. Gets it over to Adair, and now Laramie will slow down and set up their 5-out offense. Curry with it on the right wing, going to the floor was Adair on the other side. Vasquez into the lane, puts up the right-hand shot, may have been partially blocked. Curry had the basketball. It's going to be last touch, though, by Salee as she knocks it out of play. Laramie will have the basketball underneath.
As on the defensive side for Cheyenne Central, they've been swarming, getting good looks, just slowing down this Laramie team.
Just 2 points in the quarter, as it's going to be a batted ball out of play. Last touch by Laramie. Delbridge will come in for Cowley. And we'll see Durrell come in for Laramie. Again, just 2 points in the quarter for Laramie. So even though the offense only scoring 11 points in the quarter, well, you'll take 11-2 in any quarter if you're Coach Kirkbride.
That tells you how well defense has been playing right now for Cheyenne Central, again, getting a lot of steals and turnovers as well.
Delbridge looks down low. One extra dribble, goes to short corner. Down low, Jones had to try to rip it away from Durrell. It comes over to Wolf, who comes up with a steal. That's the 5th turnover for Central. Basket stops, double teamed. Gets it over Salee to Adair, tries to throw it over to Wolf, and Wolf can't handle the pass. It's a 14th turnover, and with 1:16 left here in this second quarter, an 11-point lead for Central, they'll have the basketball again.
As the Central team just swarms on Laramie, the Lady Plainsmen.
Delbridge with the basketball. Adair hounding her, trying to get it to the front court. Still in the back court with that 10-second clock running. She gets it across the timeline, though. Now double team. Goes to JoJo on the wing. JoJo into the lane. Step through, Euro step. Air ball on the shot. A lot of contact. Again, no call. They're letting them play tonight, which is always a nice thing as an announcer, because that means not too many stoppages. Adair under a minute. Here, Laramie with the basketball, down 11. Adair into the lane. Travel, no call. Vasquez gets into the post. Throws it hard into the hands of JoJo. She's going to be fouled, though, on the play by McKenna Salee.
Yeah, Salee will pick up her second foul. Team 7th called against Cheyenne Central. So bonus time for Laramie for the remainder of this first half, which is 44.1 seconds here.
And the official actually came over to Salee to ask or to explain to her what the foul, what she did to draw the whistle. And for Kayla Vasquez, 29% free throw shooter, misses her first one. She's not on the scoring board yet, as she has no points. She's their second leading scorer, as Bassett will come in for Salee.
As we see in front of us, Coach Kirkbride trying to get an explanation as well, too, from that official, saying, again, he's trying to make a case for Salee of how she was doing it this way and not at least anticipating the foul.
Vasquez goes 1 for 2. It's her first point tonight. That's the first bucket in a very long time, as all points for Laramie in this quarter have come from the free throw line. 35 seconds left, 21-11 the score with the basketball. Brandt, kick out pass, Bassett on the left wing, extra pass to JoJo on the corner. Now we'll tell Delbridge to come and get it, and they'll try to slow it down maybe for one last shot of the half. Bolt skip pass, Bassett up high on the left side, back up top, Delbridge over to Jones, taken away by Wolf. Adair comes up with the loose ball, the 6th turnover. Forced that pass inside to JoJo,
well, and
Laramie comes up with the steal.
She also took her eye off the ball right there, and Laramie at least got that opportunity.
Cox from the left, banks it home for 2. She's got 8 points, and that will be the final shot as JoJo puts it up high off the glass. And for Kylie Cox, her 8th points will bring the lead to 8 for Central as we'll head into the halftime break. We'll take a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside the field house. Central Lady Indians with the 21-13 lead over the Laramie Lady Plainsmen. As far as what you can look forward to on the weekend, of course, Nick, you and Pops will be finally at the rack.
It's been a while. It's been since 2 Saturdays ago, at least 2 weeks ago, where we saw, at least in the women's contest, the at least upset of the number 18 ranked Casper College Lady Thunderbirds by LCCC. Again, at least we're looking for a little bit more magic like that, as we'll see some powerhouses in Region 9 North come to town, that being Gillette, the Lady Pronghorns, and Pronghorns in town. Again, 2 teams that sit atop in the Region 9 North on both the men and women. So, again, looking forward to those games. 2 and 4 o'clock, women up first, men up second. About 1:40-ish pregame show live from the rack, 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480krae.com is where you can hear the contest. Video live streaming as we're doing tonight and as we've been doing throughout football, JUCO basketball, and even high school basketball on Periscope, via Twitter, and also to the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. So looking forward to it. Again, more Region 9 North divisional contest coming up. LCCC versus Gillette College coming up tomorrow live at the rack.
Yeah, so of course, as 1480 KRAE does, just lots of basketball thrown at you starting in December all the way till second week of March when we're at the state championship, and maybe for the Lady Golden Eagles, maybe a chance at a regional championship.
Let's not sell short the mid as well too. We're hoping the same thing for Coach Ficca's at least squad as well too. They're right now not dead last in Region 9 North. They still have the one victory against Northwest up there in Powell. Again, that was at the start of the conference season for LCCC. So again, for both Lady Golden Eagles and Golden Eagles, we're hoping for at least some advancement in that Region 9 tourney coming up in the month of March. Same with also to our local high schools here in Cheyenne, where you'll be up in Thunder Basin, at least in Gillette, for regionals happening at least for the Eastern Conference here in Class 4A. So yes, as we push to the final, we're almost at the final month of basketball before we hit at least kind of playoff time for both high school and JUCO.
And for here at the high school level, we see the boys warming up here, as of course we'll have the doubleheader for you tonight here at the Fieldhouse. Our only trip at the Fieldhouse this year. We'll still have one more trip at Fighting Bison Gymnasium, another trip over at the Thunderdome, as we'll have, I believe it's Sheridan against East, and then as we said, Thunder Basin will be at South, and then of course you and Pops will be doing a road trip in Gillette, as you'll be having the
tentative, at least we'll say tentative on that one, because we should be traveling up with the Lady Golden Eagles, as they will be taking on Gillette College that Saturday. So that is kind of tentative to be on the road for that contest. But yes, we'll still have plenty of high school basketball. You alluded to, at least again with Cheyenne East and Cheyenne South, they have action over at Story Gymnasium tonight. Again, girls action happening right now between the Lady Thunderbirds and Lady Fighting Bison. An interesting score that you passed along to me, Chris. Kind of a somewhat surprising of what's going on in that battle.
Well, it looks like, based on what I'm seeing on Twitter, one says 31-26. Of course, when you looked at the East High Twitter, they're saying 33-26. So it sounds like there may be some discrepancy at half there on what the score is. Nonetheless, it's close. It is 33-26. The T-Birds are up. That's actually they're in the third quarter there, but very surprising.
That's
over there at the Thunderdome.
Hey, I don't blame on the scoreboard discrepancy, because again, we had one score for I do believe it was Northridge versus Cheyenne Central, where they allowed a Lawson Lovering dunk that did not go through, and we had a different score. So hey, I get that scenario, but yes, very surprising. And Lady Fighting Bison, who have had their struggles this season, but at least in these rivalry games of what we're kind of seeing here between Lady Plainsmen and Cheyenne Central, the Lady Indians, again, those rivalry games, you kind of throw out those records, and again, you see teams kind of shock the world, so to speak, or at least kind of pull off that upset. Again, when you are familiar with those opponents, as again, especially here in town. So is it surprising? A little bit, but again, it is that rivalry game where you expect it to be close no matter what.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the first half point totals for you on 1480 KRAE. Well, in that first half, again, as the score is 21-13 in favor of Central Lady Indians, Kylie Cox led the way for Laramie. She had 8 points, 2 of them by 3-pointers. Curry Yend with 2 points apiece, 1 point for Kayla Vasquez. For Central, they're being led by Jayla Jones and Kelsey Bassert and Jordan Jones, all of them with 5 points apiece. 2 points for Delbridge and Salee, 1 point for Callie and Fernio. Fernio with just 1 point, 3 rebounds and a steal. Of course, she didn't play the entire second quarter, and most of the first quarter she picked up 2 quick fouls in that one.
Yeah, the 2 early fouls would put her on the bench there for Coach Kirkbride. You wonder how much conservative he's going to be with Fernio here coming up in the second half. But, again, you talk about those numbers, again, keeping it at least spread out. Again, a lot of good looks, or at least opportunities by Cheyenne Central. Again, for me, it's very surprising that they sit at 21 points right now against a Laramie team, as you talked about, again, allow double the shot opportunities for their opponents. Again,
not just opportunities, but made buckets at that.
So, again, that's very surprising right now. But, again, as I alluded to earlier, again, with East versus South right now, again, this is the old-fashioned rivalry. This is back when it was Cheyenne High School versus Laramie. So, again, this is that kind of pride for Laramie, the Lady Plainsmen, and Cheyenne Central, of where you're going to battle, you're going to put out your best effort to get that at least rivalry win here, especially at the Fieldhouse.
Central will come out with their starting 5. JoJo, Jayla Jones, Fernio, Salee, and Delbridge, who's got some, looks like some Kleenex in that left nose. Delbridge, no stranger to the bloody nose in that game last year at Story Gym. She was right underneath Kaylee McEwen as the elbow came down, and she actually got knocked out of that game for the most part. For Laramie, they'll start with the basketball. They'll have Cox, Adair, Wolf, Yend, and Vasquez. Central now going left to right on your radio dial or your screen, however you're watching or listening to us here tonight.
Especially those folks who didn't travel across the hill from Laramie. Again, appreciate you tuning in.
Adair with the basketball, dribbles with the left hand, taken away by Delbridge. A quick steal for the Lady Indians, hands it off to Fernio on the right block, puts it up and one! So Fernio wastes no time to get going here in the second half.
Yeah, just like that. Again, Central coming out strong with that one. That foul's going to be called against Adair. She'll pick up her team's first call against Laramie here in the second half.
Fernio, right foot on the line, goes up with the right-hand shot, and that one is nothing but net. She gets 3 of the hard way. She's got 4 points, the lead up to 11. This ties the largest it was in that first half. Vasquez with the basketball.
And you wonder if this is the start of Cheyenne Central to kind of put in an overdrive here to basically, put Laramie well out of this contest now.
Adair, nice crossover on Delbridge, gets in the lane, then stopped up top. Yan gets in the lane, puts up the right-hand shot, is blocked by Jayla Jones. Fernio grabs a loose ball. Here comes Ellie. Ellie will slow it down, hand it off to JoJo. JoJo to Salee, kick out. Delbridge, left wing 3, got it! Delbridge with the first 3-pointer for her. She's got 5. The lead's up to 14. This is the largest it's been tonight.
6-0 run to start out this quarter right now for Cheyenne Central.
Full court pressure, a little bit of contact, no call. Cox with the basketball. Adair way up high. Delbridge comes to, close enough to get the count started. Adair's got to drive towards the net. She does so and then picks up her dribble at the top. It is over towards Wolf in the right corner. Yend with the basketball. With Jayla guarding her as Central starts in a man. Vasquez off the screen will stop in the corner. Kick back out to Yend. Yend gets around. Jones loses the handle. Fernio will pick up an easy steal. It's another turnover. The 16th. Fernio kick out. Salee on the right corner. Bailey fakes the shot. Goes over to left wing to Jones. A little flat on the shot. It's short. And Adair grabs the rebound for Laramie. Here comes Laramie in transition. They got numbers. It's 3-on-1. Jayla Jones with a nice bat away on the pass. Goes out of play, and Laramie will have the basketball.
As again, this is a Central team that, again, completely different of what we saw in the first half.
And Coach Delbridge will call his first timeout tonight. It will be, I think, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here as well on 1480 KRAE. Kirkbride that called the 30-second timeout as
you got caught up in the excitement again for at least for Delbridge out there on the court. She is kind of the coach, the leader for this Lady Indians team. Again, we go back to that Fruita Monument game down in Greeley where she exited out of that contest. It was a different Central High team on that court.
Vasquez for Laramie will inbound it out of the timeout. JoJo got a piece of it, and then it's stolen away by Yen. Blocked by JoJo. She grabs a loose ball. Jordan Jones with her second block, and she'll get it across the timeline for Central. Dribbles with the left hand, now crosses over to the right, tells Delbridge to come get the basketball from her, and they'll set up against this 2-3 zone. Short corner open was Fernio. Instead, it's up top to Jayla on the left wing. Delbridge back up top, kick out, Salih, right corner, three, high arcing air ball, but Fernio there with the rebound, banks it in for two.
How about an 8-0 run to start out this contest right now, or at least start out this second half for Cheyenne Central.
Wolf has the basketball, gets it around Salih, trying to come up with the steal on the full court pressure for Central. Cox with the basketball, her first touch of the half. Yend will come up top to Adair, and Laramie will slow it down. Yend on the right side, gets around Jones, and it travel because of great help side defense by Ellie Fernio as Bolts will come in for Salih. You can hear Coach Kirkbride tell Salih, good job on that defensive side. And, you know, shooting comes and goes, but one thing that stays consistent is effort on defense. Delbridge with the basketball, gets into the front court to Fernio as Laramie tries a full court pressure. Bounce pass, JoJo with the basketball in the right corner. She puts it up from 10, hits off the back iron. Another offensive rebound grab by Fernio. She goes up with the shot, and she will be fouled. That's 6 rebounds for Fernio, all 6 on the O boards.
And we'll see who that's going to be called against. It looks like Wolf will pick up her first foul. Team second called against Laramie. It's 2 team fouls so far here for the Lady Plainsmen. None have been called for Cheyenne Central.
Fernio is going to get the shooter's roll off that front iron and will roll through. She's 3 for 4 on the night from the free throw line as Delbridge will come out. Bassert will come in. 5 points off the bench in that first half by Kelsey Bassert. One of 3 players that had 5 points in that first half.
And not even just the points for Bassert. On the defensive side, the steals and causing turnovers, she was a force to be reckoned with.
Fernio bends at the hips, throws it up too strong. Jayla Jones grabs the offensive rebound, her third one. Goes to her sister JoJo. It's thrown back up top. Colt Bolts now running the point for Central, has it. Down low, Fernio low on the short corner, tries to kick out the pass to Jayla Jones. Adair will knock the pass out of play, and it will stay Central basketball. 30-13 with 5:02 left in the third quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard. 17-point lead, largest of the night.
3 minutes have passed by, a 9-0 run to start out here this quarter for Central.
Hand check foul on Janie Adair on Fernio.
As Adair will pick up her second foul, team's third against the Lady Plainsmen as they're now picking up quick ones here.
Bassert will inbound it. Laramie packing it in on their zone. Now it looks like it's more of a 3-2 zone for Laramie. Left wing with the basketball for Central. Now in the corner, JoJo has it. JoJo, one dribble, lob pass back up top to Bolts. Bolts looks inside, will give it to JoJo. Try to go high-low, but good contact there by Laramie on the right elbow. Jayla throws up the shot. It hits short on the iron. There goes Fernio. Gets on the floor. Will cause the jump ball, and it'll be another opportunity for Central as the offensive glass is just being owned by Ellie Fernio right now.
Possession in favor of Cheyenne Central again, continuing this offensive possession that they've been on for about quite some time, for about a minute here.
Fernio with the basketball in the corner. Bolts goes baseline. Kick back up top. Fernio fakes the 3, gets into the lane, puts up the right-hand shot. Too strong off the right iron. Vasquez for Laramie will grab the rebound, her 6th one. 4:20 left here in this third quarter. Laramie still looking for their first bucket of the half. Adair, crossover. Bolts may have gotten away with the reach. Adair goes to Cox on the right side. That's the one you want to go to. But Fernio takes it away from Cox. Just picked her pocket. Fernio with her 3rd steal. It's the 18th turnover. JoJo, left hand, too short. And Yen grabs the rebound, taken away by Bolts, but they're going to call Bolts on the arm.
Kenzie Bolts will pick up her foul. That should be her second, team's first call against Cheyenne Central here in this quarter.
Delbridge will come in. JoJo will come out. Here comes Rael Curry. She'll come in for Vasquez as JoJo will take a seat. 3:59 left in the third quarter. 30-13, Central has the lead. they did not have the lead to start the game. It was Kylie Cox starting the scoring with a 3-ball in the corner.
I do want to mention Laramie so far in this quarter has not scored a single point.
Vassar will come up with a steal for Central as she picks it up. That's her 4th one. Trying to go coast to coast, she does. They're going to call an offensive foul on Bassard, even though she banks it in. Yeah. And for Kelsey Bassard, it'll be her first foul with 3:44 left second with 3:44 left here in this third quarter.
Her second team second call against the Lady Indians here.
Full court pressure for Central, and Delbridge will be called for the foul and the contact with Curry as she helps her back up.
Yeah, so Bailey will pick up that foul. That'll be her first team's third called against Cheyenne Central. So now even fouls between these two teams here in the second half.
Adair looking to inbound it. Still trying to find someone to get open. She'll lob it over to Cox, but it's taken away by Fernio. Fernio with her faux steal. Goes to Delbridge, deep 2, hits off the right iron, and Adair will just let it run out of play. 19 turnover for Laramie.
As this Lady Indians defense just swarms, finding these opportunities, these steals and turnovers.
Adair having a hard time getting it in. It's a steal by Bassert this time on the inbound. Her 5th steal. The 20th turnover for Laramie. It's a down low. Fernio in the short corner. Kick out top to Delbridge. Bounce pass. Right wing. Bolts. Fakes one way. Now we'll bring it back up top to Delbridge. Extra pass to Bassert. Back up top. They're trying to get them to move in the perimeter. Bounce pass. Left corner 3 for Kelsey. Bassert hits off the right iron. Bolts grabs the offensive rebound. Bolts kick out to Jayla. Jayla up top. Delbridge goes down low. Fernio has a pass taken away by Chloe Yend. It's the 7th turnover for Central. Adair has the basketball for Laramie. 2:55 left as Adair goes in the lane. Blocked by Jayla Jones. Not here, not now.
And still the Laramie Lady Plainsmen in this quarter, still looking for their first point as we have 2:54 remaining in this quarter.
Fernio will come out. JoJo will come in. We'll see Callie come in for Central as well as Jayla Jones with that sweet block will come out.
We talk about 7 minutes or at least 6 minutes elapsing here in this quarter with Laramie not putting up a point on the board. Again, shocking that it's still not a larger lead for Central.
There's your first bucket on a nice cut by Chloe Yend and a pass from Kylie Cox. 30-15. Central doubling up Laramie at this point. In the corner, Delbridge open, right corner 3. Hits off the back iron, and grabbing the rebound is Kylie Cox. Her 3rd one for Laramie. Vasquez with the basketball, dribbles with the left hand. Jordan comes right behind her trying to dig. Vasquez does a good job slowing it down and handing it to Kylie Cox. Wolf with the basketball on the right wing. Waiting for someone to flash up high. Now, dribbles with the left hand, kick out. Curry straight away. Looking for Vasquez. Instead will come to the right side. Jab step. Wolf into the lane. Puts it. Pass over to Cox for 3. Hits off the left iron. Bassert grabs the rebound for Central. Here comes Central in transition. JoJo will stop from 7. Hits off the front iron. Delbridge grabs the offensive rebound. Step through, blocked by Curry. Out of play. It'll be Central basketball.
A chance here for the Lady Indians again to extend out this lead. And again, as I say, it's a shocking 15-point lead. The amount of turnovers, and again, 6 minutes elapsed where Laramie did not put up a point on the board. You come away with only 17-point advantage here.
Yeah, Indians not shooting it for a very high percentage here tonight. This lead could easily be about 30. Delbridge will put up from 3. Nothing but net as Coach Kirkbride catches her as she falls to the floor. Her second 3-ball of the quarter. Lead is up to 18, largest of the night. Wolf gets around Salee. She's into the lane. Bounce pass over to Durrell, who just checked in. Cox cutting into the lane, puts up the shot. She traveled beforehand. 21st turnover for Laramie. 1:37 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Central 33, Laramie 15. And a timeout called by Aurora Casey. And we will take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll take that as well right here on 1480 KRAE. Central will inbound it. And Laramie will come out in what looks to be a full court pressure. Bassert looks for someone to flash. Salee will do so, and then she'll get it back from Salee. And Laramie retreats into the half court. Delbridge has the basketball and traveled. 8th turnover for the Lady Indians.
8th turnover for Cheyenne Central, as you mentioned, and 21 for Laramie. Talk about the discrepancy.
Full court pressure for the Lady Indians. It looks just straight up full man defense. Durrell has the basketball, lost her dribble, and now go to Wolf. Wolf will slow it down, get some space, and go to Cox in the front court. Cox with the right-hand dribble comes to the top of the arc, now directing traffic. Looking for Vasquez to get into the paint. Instead, we'll go to Wolf on the left side. Wolf fakes the shot, dribbles with the left hand, bounce pass down low, stolen by Jordan Jones. That's her 4th steal. Here comes Central in transition. Bassert with a bank shot in for 2 as she does a good job running the floor.
Now 20-point advantage for the Lady Indians.
With 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. With the basketball, Wolf nearly lost control of the ball and her footing, and a foul will be called on McKenna Salee.
Yeah, Salee will pick up her 3rd foul, team's 4th against Cheyenne Central.
55.3 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. Cox to inbound it. Vasquez on the roll, not open. Down low, Durrell on the right block, puts up the shot. She's fouled on the way up, and I think that will be on Delbridge.
As we're still waiting for that official to at least make the call on that one. Yeah, it will be against Bailey, so she'll pick up her 2nd foul. Team's 5th against the Lady Indians.
And for Ruby Durrell, she'll be making her first trip to the line on the season.
As Cheyenne Central now taking the advantage of fouls here in this, at least in this quarter.
She misses the free throw. Fernio comes in for Salee. 53.7 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 20-point lead for the Lady Indians. Durrell will have one more opportunity to cut into it. High arcing free throw, nothing but net. A lot better on that second one for Durrell, her first points tonight. Delbridge with the basketball, gets into the lane, hands it off to Fernio in the paint. Fernio turns around with the right hand, it's blocked, and Curry comes up with the rebound, her 4th one. Here comes Wolf. She'll hustle across the timeline into the front court. Dribbles between the leg, calls out the offensive set that she would like to see against this man defense. Fernio up high on her, a lot more length than Wolf, I'm sure, is used to with Fernio. Down low, Durrell, her shot's blocked, but it's a Delbridge. It's going to be called for too much body contact.
And Bailey Delbridge will pick up her 3rd foul, team 6 against Cheyenne Central. So again, you got Salee and Delbridge now with 3 fouls apiece.
And here comes Jayla Jones as well as Chloe Yend for Laramie. Jones will check in for Delbridge, I believe, as she comes towards the bench to talk to her coach, Kirkbride, as that first free throw rolls in and out. Adair and Yend will come in. Cox Vasquez will come out for Laramie.
Central, or at least Laramie, in this entire quarter, as we have 24.4 seconds remaining. Again, only 3 points have been scored.
Yend is the only one that has made a shot from the field. Durrell has made 1 free throw. She's got 1 more coming. High arcing free throw is nothing but net. She's 1 for 2 again at the line. She's got 2 points, cuts the lead to 18. JoJo will hand it in to Fernio. Hits Bassert in stride. Bassert with Yend on her hip, goes to the corner to Jayla. Jayla hits the cutting Fernio. Tried to dribble the basketball, but she'll be called for the travel. Too much. When you catch the ball that low on the block, there's no point in putting it on the floor.
No. And again, that's kind of that high school mistake that eventually in the JUCO level they're trying to get you at least away from.
35-17, 16.3 left. Wolf with the basketball, hounded by Callie and JoJo. She'll throw up a wild pass, and Fernio comes up with a steal. Bassert on the wing. Jones straight away, 6 seconds left on the clock. Callie throws up the 3, hits off the front iron, and it's going to be a loose ball rebound for Laramie as JoJo will come up slow.
She's limping right now on that left leg. And had a little contact on the inside, maybe just a little stinger there.
See what Coach Kirkbride does is looks
means
like
bring in someone. And again, you have 0.1 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't shoot it, can't do a lot. Just let them get it in, don't foul.
No need to put in anyone that has foul difficulty. And we saw that wackiness at Cheyenne South.
Yeah, that game against Evanston that we thought would never end. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Central extends the largest lead at 1 point of 20. They end the quarter with an 18-point lead, 35-17. 1 minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Well, we're in the fourth quarter, 35-17 the score. Callie, Fernio, Bolts, Jones, and Bassert on the floor for Central. It will be Laramie basketball to start the quarter, though.
As we mentioned with Bailey Delbridge and Elise Salee for Cheyenne Central, both of them have 3 fouls apiece. So, again, interesting to see how conservative Coach Kirkbride is in this contest, again, with the already, large lead up by 18 right now over the Laramie Lady Plainsmen, who are, again, still scrapping right now with Cheyenne Central, still within this contest as well.
It's in the fourth quarter with 5:25 left. It's 46-37 East with the lead over South. That's over at Story Gymnasium. We're underway here. Wolf with the basketball. She's out there with Yen, Adair, Durrell, and Curry for the Lady Plainsmen from Laramie. Wolf with the basketball on the left-hand dribble. Bassett trying to dig in, come up with a steal. She loses, picks up her dribble. Now someone needs to come find her before the 5-second clock. Durrell does so and then hands it off to Adair. They'll reset the offense, will Laramie. Adair on the right wing, down low, taken away or batted away by Jayla. Good job, though, by Durrell to run it down for Laramie to maintain the possession. It's been a 30-second possession here for Laramie as Adair will be fouled. They're going to call it on the floor, but that will be 1-1 coming for Janie Adair.
And that foul calling against at least Kinsey Bolts. She'll pick up her 3rd foul, team 7th call against Cheyenne Central. So for Laramie, they are in the bonus for the remainder of this contest.
Here comes senior number 5, Kyla Bush. Kyla Bush, a recent signee to Montana, one of the Montana State schools for track and field. I think it was Bozeman, but one of the Montana State schools she had just signed. Another Division I prospect coming out of this team.
If it's the Bozeman, that's the main one then.
Second one, first shot by Adair is good. She'll have one more coming.
As also, too, in the boys contest, we'll have news to pass along, at least with one of the Indian members, again, both football and basketball, who also announced his, at least, decision.
Right, which is also a big baseball decision, too, for Post 6, as we'll get to that later. As Fernio tried to grab the rebound and goes off her hands and out of play. It'll stay Laramie basketball. Adair goes 1 for 2 at the line. Adair with her first point of the night, averaging 6 on the season. Of course, Vasquez for Laramie, she averages 7 a game, and she only has a single point as well.
Well, big difference in this quarter compared to the third quarter for Laramie. They actually got a point on here without, at least sitting for about 6 minutes without one.
They still have only hit 1 shot from the field, though, in this second half. Adair with the basketball. It was a Chloe Yen 2-pointer. Yen has it, stolen away by Bush. Here comes the 24th steal for Laramie as Bush will lose and then slow it back down. Goes to Callie, Bassett up top. Jayla Jones has it on the right wing. Into the lane, jump stop. Tries to pass it over to Fernio. And they're going to have a foul on the floor on Adair.
Adair will pick up at least her 3rd foul, team's 4th called against the Lady Plainsmen.
Fernio will inbound it for the Lady Indians, trying to extend this 17-point lead and have their first points of the fourth quarter. Bush goes to Fernio. Fernio kick out to Jones. Bass was batted away, so she couldn't get it clean. Bassert will put up a high arcing 3-0 but nets for Kelsey Bassert. That's her 3rd three-pointer. She's in double digits.
Back up to a 20-point advantage, the largest lead for Cheyenne Central here this evening.
She shot that so high, it dang near hit the rafters up top here. Wolf with the left-hand dribble goes to the left corner in front of the Laramie bench. Now dribbles back with the right hand. Bassert on her hip. Now she picks up her dribble. 3 seconds on that 5-second violation call. She gets rid of it, though, to Janie Adair, and a whistle off the ball. It's going to be an offensive foul on, I believe it will be Ruby Durrell.
Yeah, Durrell will pick up that foul. Team's 5th against Laramie for Durrell. It's her 3rd.
6.5 and change, or 6:33 left as here comes Cox and Vasquez for Laramie.
Yeah, Cheyenne Central waiting to inbound this basketball.
6:33 and left in the game, 38-18 the score. Central with the basketball. Fernio has it down low, goes on the left block, blinks it in with the right hand for 2. She has 8 points here in this second half. She's got 9 in the game.
22-point advantage now.
Fernio will be called for the bump. That'll be her 3rd.
18th foul called against the Lady Indians.
The only player in double figures to this point is Kelsey Bassert. She had 5 in the first half, has 5 here in this half.
As Laramie already in the bonus shooting time, 1-1 right now for the Lady Plainsmen.
Yend, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 40% on the season. First one on the way, short, and grabbing the rebound is Callie. We got a lane violation on Jayla Jones, so Yend will get another chance at the 1-1.
As we continue that streak, whether it's JUCO or high school, the lane violations. Jones picking up her first foul, team's 9th against the Lady Indians.
And Yen makes them pay as she hits the first, and she'll get one more.
As, again, players not realizing that the lane violation.
Right, negated the miss.
Yeah, that miss.
Give her one extra opportunity.
It's kind of when you ice the kicker, and then it comes back to haunt you.
Kylie Cox, who just came in, will come out now and take a seat. Curry will come in for her. Second shot by Yen is short, goes off the hands of Wolf. Bassert runs down the loose ball, picks up her 4th rebound. Bassert double team, goes to Fernio. Fernio gets it across the timeline, goes to Callie on the left block. Too high for her as he goes out of play, the 10th turnover for Central.
A Central High team, again, for the Lady Indians have not played their at least Christmas basketball here at the field house. Again, kind of playing down to their opponent here of Laramie.
They do have a 21-point lead. It is their largest of the game, and then full court pressure for Central as Adair gets it across the timeline with Fernio working on her man-to-man. Fernio got too much on that right hand on the back, and for Fernio, that should be her 4th.
That will be her 4th, team's 10th against Lady Indians, so double bonus time for for Laramie. And she'll take a seat, and you'll see Delbert back in, who has 3 fouls.
Darcy Jardine will come in for Central, as well as Bailey Delbridge. Fernio will take a seat. That's probably one thing that Coach Kirkbride's going to take a look at is the amount of times they sent Laramie to the line on just fouls that you could avoid. As Adair misses the first, 65% on the season, so 1 for 3 thus far in this game. Second one on the way by Adair. That one rolls in. A lot of their points have come from the free throw line.
Well, again, when Central's giving you that opportunity, at least for Laramie, they're slightly taking advantage of it.
8 of their 20 points from the charity stripe. Bassert with the basketball. Delbert straight away. Steps into the lane now. Throws it over to Callie on the right wing. Skip pass. Now to the right wing to Bassert. Jones in the lane. Tries to go to Jardine. She's displaced from her spot by Yen. It's going to be a turnover. The 11th turnover. It's an easy steal for Rael Curry. Adair with the crossover dribble. Gets into the lane, falls to the floor, and a travel is called on Adair. It's the 25th turnover for Laramie as Central will have the basketball against this full court pressure of Laramie. Bassert, she'll get it across the timeline herself. She hustles over, throws the lob pass to Jones. Skip pass to Delbridge. Delbridge in the lane goes to Jardine, puts it high off the glass, off the front iron, falls to the floor, but Darcy Jardine will go to the line to shoot 2 as the foul is on Curry.
Yeah, Curry will pick up her first foul, team 6 against Laramie.
Jardine, a 6'2 sophomore.
As this game is now grinded to a halt with the amount of fouls between the two, majority of them being called against Cheyenne Central.
First one shot from the year is off the front of the iron and falls to the floor. 5:05 left here in this 4th quarter, 40-20. As Central has had a comfortable lead for all but the first 2 minutes of this game. It was Kylie Cox opening the scoring for Laramie with a 3-pointer. Jardine knocks in her second. She has her first point. It leads back up to 21, ties the largest. Inbound comes to Adair for Laramie. Central still with some full court pressure. He's full court man is Delbridge will hound Adair across the timeline. She loses her dribble. Bounce pass to Wolf as Bassert tried to jump the lane and come up with a steal. 4:50 now, the clock on the Pepsi scoreboard. Kick over to the right side. Vasquez stops in the corner, loses her dribble. Jones with her hands straight up in the air. No 5-second call. And instead it'll be a timeout called on by Roar Cassie as JoJo will check in after this timeout. And it will be a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout as well, right here on 1480 KRAE. 21-20 Central with the lead with 4:40 left here in this fourth quarter. It'll be Laramie basketball after the timeout called by Coach Doug Warcasey. Again, head coach Rod Tyson not allowed, serving a 2-game suspension after getting a double technical foul in that contest against East, and that was in Laramie. With the basketball, Adair has it, looking to go to the right side. More zone defense here. Looks like a 32. Vasquez long 3 from the right corner. Short. Delbridge grabs the rebound, her third one.
Curry got away with the over the back.
JoJo with the basketball. Euro step. Big shot. Hits off the right iron. Vasquez comes up with a rebound. It's almost a very nice shot as we got some whistles, a jump ball.
Yeah, we had a steal by Delbridge there on the inside, getting away from Laramie, but a jump ball, but it'll still stay with Cheyenne Central.
It will be JoJo inbounding it underneath for Central. She'll lob it in to Bassert at the top. Goes over to Delbridge in the corner. Cowley for 3. Hits off the back iron. Bassert grabs the offensive rebound. Hits it off high off the glass. Delbridge grabs the next offensive board, and a foul called by Vasquez. Or called on Vasquez.
Yeah, at least she'll pick up the foul. That should be your first. Team 7th called against Laramie, so bonus time for Cheyenne Central here.
Now Delbridge shooting 75% from the free throw line. Will have a chance at least one. She can make it, she'll earn herself one more. It's going to be too strong off the back iron. Vasquez will grab her 9th rebound. Just 1 point, though, for the senior. Adair tries to step through. Bassett comes up with her 6th steal. JoJo has it on the paint. Goes up with a shot. She's fouled by Adair. Will they call it 2, or she'll go to the line and shoot 1-on-1?
Oh, the foul will be against Adair, so she'll pick up that foul. Team's 8th called against Laramie for Adair. It'll be her 4th.
It is a shooting foul, so JoJo will go to the line to shoot 2, as we'll see Cox come in for Adair, as she has 4 fouls. But the 2 shots, though, she can't come in just yet.
As I was about to say, for the Cheyenne Central team throughout this contest tonight, again, shooting has been rough, whether it was from the charity stripe outside or inside. Again, for the Lady Indians, they've had a difficulty on the offensive side.
JoJo swishes the first one. She's 2 for 3 at the line as Cox now comes in for Adair.
A team that is, we've seen, at least early on in non-conference, have these peaks and valleys. And eventually they're going to run into a brick wall that's going to take advantage of this cold shooting.
Short. Bassett grabs the offensive rebound, tries to go straight up with it. JoJo will grab the loose balls. It's way up high as that rebound comes way out high. In the corner, Darcy Jardine will kick it out. Bassett, right wing 3. Short. Jardine can't grab the rebound. It's on the floor. Delbridge will rip through everybody to grab it. 3 ball by JoJo. Short. Yen grabs the rebound for Laramie.
Nothing is just falling from outside for Cheyenne Central tonight.
3:15 left here in the fourth quarter. 22-point lead, largest of the night for Central. Cox with the basketball. Hasn't attempted a shot in this second half. She had 8 points in the first half. Vasquez, left corner. She'll put up the 3 ball. Rattles in and out. Yen grabs the offensive rebound, throws it high off the glass. And even though Cowley with her hands straight in the air, they're not going to be called for being straight in the air.
Yeah, again, that foul is going to be called against Cowley. Her first foul, team's 8th against Laramie. On that shot, though, by Laramie. Again, just tossing up that prayer, hoping for that foul call.
Wow, wasn't that bailout call? Yan misses the first on the left side. For Chloe Yan, she's 3 for 7 now at the line with one more free throw attempt coming. She is at 40% coming into the weekend from the free throw lines. We'll see some more substitutions for Central if this one goes through. It's short, though, and Bassett grabs the rebound. She's off to the races. Bassett with 7 rebounds. Hand off to Delbridge. In the lane, jump stop. Splits up the shot. No foul called. You see a couple of coaches wanting the foul call. Delbridge on the floor, trying to rip it through, and a jump ball call. It'll be Laramie basketball. Fraley, Brandt, and Bush all coming in for Central. Delbridge, Jones, and Jardine will come out for Central. It's going to be Laramie basketball.
You let some of the JV squad at least get their varsity experience, especially with the 22-point advantage right now with 2:48 remaining in this contest.
Long pass comes in. Bush comes up with a batted pass. Almost took out that very nice camera of yours.
It wasn't even close. It was heading towards more of the scoreboard, or at least the PA announcer here.
Cox will
I'm
inbound
like a hawk when that ball's coming towards this new camera, though.
Cox will inbound it to Wolf. 2:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Still a 22-point lead for Central. Wolf gets in the lane, throws up the scooper, rattles in. Wolf with her first 2 points. That's the second field goal of the half hit for Laramie. Bassert down low, too high off the hands of Brent. They'll go out of play. The 12th turnover for Central.
As Central collapsing a bit here to at least end out this contest. Still have plenty of time on the board.
Long pass comes into Vasquez, gets it into the front court. Quick 2-on-1. Yen, one dribble, tries a reverse, and will be knocked out of play by Bush. He'll stay Laramie basketball.
2:27 remaining in this contest. Central with a 20-point advantage, up 42-22. As the refs trying to hunt down the basketball.
Of course, in the field house, it's very wide open, so when it goes, it can roll forever. Wolf with the basketball, 2:22 left in the game. 42-22 the score, Central with the lead. Other than the 3-0 lead that Laramie had at the very beginning, it's been all Central. In the corner, Cox with the basketball. Bounce pass, nice pass to Yan, who banks it in for 2.
There's a little bit of run here by the Lady Plainsmen.
For Cox, that's her first assist in the game. Bassert will get it across the timeline. Under 2 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass, batted away by Yen, who comes up with a steal. Now a little bit more sloppy play here for Central as Wolf will go coast to coast and lay it in for 2.
There's now a 14-point advantage for Cheyenne Central.
Across the timeline, Bassert long pass to Bush. Bush has that go off the top of her hands.
Actually, excuse me, 16 now.
Yeah. I didn't know if maybe they were slow on the trigger up there, so I had to look at yours because that's the official one, right?
I'd like to think so.
Laramie will have the basketball after another turnover. We'll see Fernio come in with next dead ball. We're at 1.5 here in the fourth quarter.
As Central playing very sloppy here to close out this contest, allowing Laramie to have some confidence or at least get back in it.
At the top, Yin with the basketball, goes one way to the left, and the offensive foul called on Curry on the moving screen.
Curry will pick up her second foul, team's 9th against Laramie.
Fernio will come in for Kelsey Bassert.
As Laramie putting a little bit of pressure on the back, at least inbound.
Fernio will get it across the timeline herself, go over to Callie on the right side. Double team coming, though, for Laramie. Callie gets around it, and Curry will be called with the block, and that will send Callie to the line to shoot 2.
10-team foul against Laramie. Both teams with double bonus with Curry. That one, she'll pick up her second.
And a few substitutions for Laramie after this first free throw attempt coming.
Right now, it's pretty much garbage time between these two with 1:09 remaining.
Callie knocks in her first one. Here comes 0-0. Taylor Tizer will come in for the first time. We'll see Durrell and Adair come in for Laramie as Wolf, Curry, and Vasquez will take a seat for the Lady Plainsmen. Callie will have one more free throw coming. Both of her points coming from the free throw line. She misses the second one. Kyla Bush grabs the rebound, goes up with the shot too strong. Callie grabs that offensive rebound. Lots of O boards for Central.
An off shooting 9 for the Lady Indians. Again, get it out of your system now before you take on the likes of Cheyenne East, even, again, Thunder Basin or those other Eastern Conference teams.
Now Central will spread it out and just run the clock out maybe. Bush at the paint, goes out top to Kelly, now way up high to Fernio
pretty
with
much
40 seconds.
Yeah, keep away time right now for Cheyenne Central.
Fraley with the basketball. Up top, Fernio at the high side. Dribbles 2 times, gets the lane, kick out. Brandt with the basketball, goes over to Fernio, kicks it back out to Cowley with 25 seconds left. Dribbles with the left hand, Fernio will grab it back. Just like you said, Nick, game of keep away here to try to end this game with no more harm or any fouls.
You almost, what we're seeing here maybe argues for a shot clock in the high school ranks.
Well, as long as it gets the clock going, I'm all right with it.
Tizer
Tizer will come up with the steal for Laramie. She'll get in the box score for the Lady Plainsmen. Kick out pass to Cox. Cox will throw up a long 2 at the horn, and that's it. 43-26 Central with the win over the Lady Plainsmen. They go to 2-0 in quadrant play. For Laramie, they'll go 0-2 in quadrant play. The Lady Indians now with a 10-game winning streak at now 11-1 for the Lady Plainsmen. They'll go to 3-9 overall. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll have the final stats. Actually, let's stay here. We'll give you the final stats real quick.
Yes.
For Laramie, they were led in scoring by Chloe Yend, who finished with 7 points. Had 7 points. Kylie Cox led the scoring with 8. 2 points for Curry, 2 points for Durrell, 1 point for Vasquez, 4 points for Wolf, 2 points for Janie Adair. For Central, they had 10 points by Kelsey Bassard to lead the way off the bench, 8 points for Bailey Delbridge, 5 points for Jayla Jones. Fernio, she her night with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. 2 points for Salee, 2 points for Callie, 6 points for Jordan Jones. And those are your individual point totals tonight for Central. Darcy Jardine also ended with 1 point off the bench as well. Well, now we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we're going to change it all up on you and get you ready for the boys game as we had a chance to catch up with Coach Tag Lane. We'll hear from the ball coach from the Indians after this 2-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Welcome back into our high school hoops here on 1480 KRAE. Now joined alongside head coach of the Central Indians, Tag Lane. Coach, our first chance to really get to talk to you in the season. As far as where you guys are at, you had that one hiccup in Scottsbluff, which was a very, very good team that you got there at home. But as far as the play goes, you got to be pretty pleased with where you guys are at.
Well, the biggest thing I'm proud of with these guys is the way they've been practicing and the way that they pick each other up and bring it every day and are great teammates with each other and very fun to coach. So, you know, we've had some good weeks and we got some big weeks ahead of us.
Coach, anytime you come into a week that is, you're not seeing the teams or at least the caliber of opponent that you're used to seeing, it's really important to stay focused on what you guys do. Against South, it looked like you guys were able to do that right off the get-go. How important will that be to do the same thing tonight?
I mean, it's huge. That's the whole thing that, when it comes down to it at the varsity level is, establishing a mindset, establishing a tempo, and establishing the pace of game and the intensity that goes into it. And, we've got enough guys that have been in varsity level competition and they need to make sure that they bring that high level competition every night.
You got your big man, Lawson Lovering. Have you, a guy that signs D1 before the season starts, have you noticed him try to do too much or just, kind of still play the same type of Lawson Lovering basketball we've come to see the last couple years?
I mean, he's a much improved player. He continues to get better, but he's a team guy. He's a a huge part of our defense and a huge part of our offense. Even when he's not scoring, he's drawing so much attention that it's opening up things for other guys. And, Wednesday night, Brady really took advantage of some open space as they were getting some doubles on him. And when Brady does that and plays off of him and plays downhill, when all of our guys play downhill, we're a very good team. Obviously, Nathaniel Talich has been huge for us offensively as well, but Lawson's just a team guy. He's a stud.
Well, and as a coach that has a lot of experience about making deep runs, you know the importance of having secondary scoring. So the Storbo twins have done a great job with that. Ethan Cates has even had a couple of nights where he's come off the bench giving you some big points. How important will it be that you guys continue the scoring and making sure it's spread out?
I mean, we've been a pretty good scoring team, and we want to keep the pace up. And we against South, we looked like they were going to try to spread us a little bit and take some clock, and so we're able to mix our defenses a little bit, put some pressure on them, and make them hurry up. And we want to keep the pace of play because we got a lot of skilled guys, and we can play. And it's a lot more fun for our guys to get up and down, and they make great plays in the open floor.
Coaching against a very familiar coach in Jim Schaefer, who, of course, was on the staff last year. You know this team, whether they are down, whether they have some injuries or anything like that, one thing they're going to do is play disciplined basketball for the 32 minutes. How important will it be that you guys, one, match that intensity, but two, stay disciplined on your own end?
Yeah, I mean, we know where we want to go get our shots, and they know where we want to go get our shots. So they're going to try to take things away, and they're going to make it very difficult for us. And we just want to make sure that we come out ready to play, and we play for 32 minutes, and we do that night in and night out. And, I think our guys are excited about the opportunity to play them tonight.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and have more of our pregame show for the boys game right after this on 1480 KRAE.
College has been something that's always been on the back of my mind.
This is where I found what I wanted, one of my passions, what I really love to do.
In class, I feel more engaged.
The people here do care about you, and they want to help you succeed in life.
They make it so easy to be a parent and be able to still go to school.
I like the way I'm improving.
I love being, part of the WHSAA family, and I'm glad I made this step in my life.
Welcome back inside the field house here as we get you set up for our men's contest. The Laramie Plainsmen and the Central Indians. For the Laramie Plainsmen, their head coach in his first year, Jim Schaefer. Of course, he was over at South for a little bit. He was also at Central last season as an assistant coach. He'll come out with junior guard, number 1, Christian Michelson, their leading scorer of 15 points. Freshman forward, number 2, Milan Morris. Freshman guard, number 13, Jaden Brown. Senior guard, number 22, Tyler Opie. Sophomore forward, number 45, Trey Enzi. And if I saw it right, I believe senior guard, number 3, Noah Valdez. He got hurt last week, either last week or 2 weeks ago, but it looked like one of those kind of season-ending type injuries. So he will not. That's 11.5 points that won't be on the floor tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be something that Coach Schaefer's going to have to at least figure out, or at least find someone to pick up that slack, so to speak. Plainsmen coming in this contest 7-4 overall. Again, they are also 2-0-1 in at least quadrant play after their loss to at least Cheyenne. So we're going to have national anthem here. So what we're going to do is take a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the Central High starters here on 1480 KRAE.
Here is Coach Tag Lane and his 10-1 Central Indians starters. A senior 4, number 5, Ryan Stanfley, 4 points a game, 5 assists per game for the senior guard. Junior guard at number 11, Carlo Labatos, 4 points a game for him. Sophomore guard and their leading scorer, number 15, Nathaniel Talich, 18 points. He shoots 34% from behind the arc. Junior guard, junior forward, number 20, Brady Storbo. He's got 12 points a game, shoots 31% from behind the arc. And then it's the junior guard, the CU Buff, verbally committed center, number 34, Lawson Lovering, 14 points, 9.5 rebounds a game. They score 72 points a game. They lead Class 4A. They lead the state in scoring. And they're also only giving up 42 points, so their average win right now is 30 points. Their one loss was a double OT loss to Scottsbluff in Nebraska.
Again, a Scottsbluff team that I told you when we saw that team very evenly matched up, again, similar at least makeup of the Central I team was going to cause them fits, and they did. So again, a team that is no longer undefeated, but 10-1. Again, unbeaten in at least the conference play for Central. They also, too, are your number 1 ranked team in Class 4A on the boys' side. So the girls, number 2, boys, number 1. Right now, again, this is going to be an interesting contest. Laramie at a point in time earlier in the season before they ran into that Taco John's Invitational and also to the recent loss to Cheyenne East. They were also to the other unbeaten team in Class 4A.
They were 7-0. They lost 4 straight. And one thing I realized, too, not only is Jim Schaefer on the bench, coaching, but so is Thomas Burke, who's a Central grad. He was on the team last year. He's on the Laramie bench. Central in their home whites. They have red and black on the side. They're going right to left across your screen or radio dial. Laramie in the road maroon with the white numbers and the gold on the trim. It'll be Lawson Lovering against Trey Enzi.
And we're going to have a tip-off here, but what's the point with at least Lawson have the clear height advantage.
And of course, Enzi doesn't even try. Stanley will have the basketball for Central, as Laramie will start in a man pressure. Talich with the right-hand dribble goes to Labatos on the left wing. Storbo trying to post up down low. That's Brady Storbo starting out here. His twin brother Brock Storbo will play as well. Brady for three. Got it! A quick start for Central, as it was Brady Storbo that led the way against South, and he comes out hitting early.
And again, the big man can hit from that range without a doubt.
Jaden Brown with the basketball, and now come up top. It's Morris with it. The leading scorer, Christian Michelson, more in the paint. Michelson, not only did he start over at East, played at South last year before transferring to Laramie. He's got the basketball, his first touch for Michelson. Goes with the left hand, gets the lane, kick out, three-pointer put up by Opie, hits too strong. Lawson Lovering grabs his first rebound of the night. Here comes Central now in transition with a 3-0 lead. Brady tries to split through two. Comes to Lovering, who slams it down for two. We'll go ahead and give Brady the assist on that one.
5-0 run to start out this contest for Cheyenne Central.
Michelson with the basketball comes over to Brown on the right side. Freshman guard for Laramie, starting for Noah Valdez. In the corner, Brown gets into the lane, runs into the brick wall of Lovering and hand it off to Morris. Morris will slow it down. He's a freshman forward, is Milan Morris. Gets into the lane, kick out pass, faking the three, now steps to the left for three, nothing but nets for Jaden Brown, who stops that 5-0 run with three of his own. Talich goes into the lane, puts up the shot, instead will pass it over to Lovering, fights through two, hits it off the back iron. Opie grabs the rebound for Laramie. 5-3, 6:15 left here in this first quarter, and a fast up and down pace for both teams. Michelson has it at the top. Talich playing defense high on him as he now directs traffic.
As looking at this Laramie Plainsmen team, again, sporting at least two freshmen as their starters.
Labatos comes up with a steal, batted out of play by Brown. Labatos with the first steal. It's the first turnover here in this contest.
As anticipating that this game is going to be high octane between these two, high-powered, and again, very quick up and down this court.
With the basketball, it's Stanley up top. Talich, leading scorer, yet to attempt a shot. Down low, Storbo in his office, goes up with the shot too strong. It was partially blocked. He'll go to the line, though, and shoot two.
As he was surrounded by a lot of burgundy on the inside, Opie will pick up his first foul, team's first, called against Laramie here in this contest.
Cates, LeBeaumont, and Brock Storbo will check in after this first free throw attempt. Brady knocks it down. 65% on the season. Coach Taglane doing us a favor. He's going to have one Storbo come in for the other. Brock Storbo will take it. It'll still stay and wait for his brother to try to knock in a second one. Labatos and Lovering are the two that come out. Brady's second free throw, nothing but net. He's got 5 points as he comes to the bench for his brother Brock. 7-3 our score, 5:54 left here on the Pepsi scoreboard. We're in the first quarter of our boys game. With the basketball, Morris dribbles with the right hand, gets around Storbo. Good help though, defense by LeBeaumont. In the corner now, still with the basketball is Morris. Bounce pass, Stanley tries to grab it through from Brown, and he will. Lob pass to Talich is stolen away by Opie. Back-to-back turnovers there as both teams not taking care of the basketball in their last two possessions. Three ball put up, rattles in and out. There with the putback is Opie.
Again, good, at least position, good awareness there by Opie. And again, gets the putback there. 2-point advantage now for the Indians.
Head tap by Stanley, dribbles it over to the right side, being guarded by Brown now. Talich with the basketball. Michelson jumps high on him, and they has to get rid of the basketball. Down low, Brock with the basketball, working on Michelson. Puts it up and in and one for Brock Storbo. Just working on, now Michelson, size-wise, is even with Storbo, but he's probably giving up at about 50, 60 pounds.
So actually, they're going to call that foul on Trey Enzi. He'll pick up his first foul, team second against Laramie. As you talk about with Brock Storbo or either Storbo twin, again, they're 6'6". They got big bodies. They're going to be aggressive and try to move on the inside. again, draw a lot of attention. Same with their counterpart out there as well, that being one Lawson Lovering.
Lovering comes back in. LeBeaumont takes a seat. Storbo. Brock goes through the hard way as Central's up to a 10-5 lead with 4:50 left here in this first quarter. Michelson into the lane, puts up the left-hand scooper, fouled on the way up by Talich.
As Talich will pick up his first foul, team's first called against Cheyenne Central here in this quarter.
Michelson 66% on the season. As a team, they shoot 63%.
As right now they're saying that he drove it, again, was in the act of shooting, so 2-shot opportunity here.
I mean, I saw it. I don't know how they didn't see it.
Well, players were confused. They were just going through the motion of, okay, yeah, he didn't shoot it, let's inbound.
Here comes the first free throw attempt by Christian Michelson, and that one rolls through. It was a final over at East. They do take down the Lady Bison of South. 55-41 was that final score.
So Cheyenne East stays at least perfect in quadrant play.
And we should have a 1-2 matchup as Michelson hits the free throw and a timeout on the floor. And it will be a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as well on 1480 KRAE. .450 left in this very fast-paced first quarter. It's the Storbos leading the way thus far. 5 points for Brady Storbo, who's on the bench. 3 points for his brother Brock Storbo, and it's a 3-point lead, 10-7.
It's been quick up until this point where, again, we've had a few foul calls at least picked up by both teams right now. But, yes, it has been quick up and down, and I expect nothing less throughout this entire contest.
1-3-1 for Laramie as it comes down to Lovering, and he had it batted out of his hand by Opie and out of play. So Laramie switching up the defense, and for Central, they're trying to whip the basketball around and make them move and find a way to get Lovering the basketball in high percentage areas. Brock will hand it off on the inbound to Talich. Talich comes up top, Stanley. Extra pass to Cates. Cates down low, goes over to Lovering. Extra pass to Brock. Brock lays it in with the right hand.
As both Brock, at least Storbo twins, and Lawson Lovering going to have the clear height advantage over the entire Plainsman squad.
Morris just gets around Storbo, but too strong on the shot. Brock will pick up his first rebound. Here comes Central in transition. Cates with the basketball will step into the top of the arc, and I'll hand it off to Stanley. Will slow it down as Laramie back in a man defense. Stanley realizes it, will reset his offense and call more of a man motion. Dribbles between his legs, now dribbling with the right hand. Will hand it off to Talich. Talich for the high screen. Instead, we'll dribble it to Lovering. Lovering for three. Got it. Nothing but net for Lawson Lovering. That's a part of his game that he worked so hard on, and you see why. He's got 5 to lead up to 8. Michelson with the basketball, goes to Morris at the top. Morris now dribbling with the right hand, now slows down at the wing, goes over to Opie. Opie to Enzi on the right side, looking for a screen or someone to cut, comes to Brown. Brown and Stanley, a good matchup at the guard, both of them about the 5'6" range as far as height goes.
Yeah, again, neither giving up an inch.
Brown goes off the back iron. Michelson grabs the offensive rebound, his pass is batted away by Lovering and out of play. So here comes mass substitutions. We'll see Bridger Bleak and Garrett Dodd come in for Laramie. For Central, we'll see Brady Storbo come in for his brother Brock Storbo, and Randy LeBeaumont come in for Ethan Cates. 3 ball put up by Bleak as he just comes in. Short, Talich grabs the rebound. Talich without a point thus far with the basketball, goes to Storbo. Nice Euro step move and lay in with the right hand for Brady Storbo. He's got 7 to lead up to 10.
Yeah, double-digit lead for the Central High Indians here.
Morris dribbles with the left hand, gets in the lane, picks it back up. Michelson will come up high just in front of half court. Now gets around Talich, goes in the lane, runs into the brick wall. Lovering, turn around, too strong. Lovering jumps higher than everybody else and grabs his second rebound. 2:35 left. LeBeaumont in transition. Right hand lay in for two. Give the assist to Stamfleet.
As with LeBeaumont as well, you add more height there for the Indians. Again, Laramie having difficulty answering.
6'6". The Starbow Twins are listed at 6'5". Got LeBeaumont at 6'6", and then the 7-footer in Lawson Lovering. Morris dribbles with the left hand, stops at the left elbow, tries to turn around, and then Stamfleet got a hand on it to slow down the dribble. Michelson dribbles with the left hand, goes over to Dodd on the left side. Dodd calling for Bleak to come out. Bleak fakes twice with the three-point attempt over Lovering, as now they're trying to spread it out and make Central play defense the full length of the half court. 1:53 left, 19-7, this 12-point lead, largest here in this first quarter. Brown with the basketball, skip pass over to Bleak. Bleak will put up a three ball. It's going to be an air ball over the shot block attempt of Lovering, and the rebound will come down to Dodd for Laramie. He's double teamed by LeBeaumont and Lovering. Kick out, Brown puts up fakes the shot, now goes to Morris behind the back pass, comes right to the hands of Brady Storbo, the third turnover.
Good
Storbo
defense.
traveled.
Yeah, they're going to call the travel before that offensive charge opportunity, but you go back to that defensive stop there by Cheyenne Central again. Talk about just denying every look against the Plainsmen. Getting killed about 40 seconds off that clock, about 50. Just denying every look.
19-7 with 1:25. As Stamfleet will now make Brown dribble the basketball the full length of the court with some pressure. Brown, just a freshman, dribbles behind the back, gets into the lane, almost taken away by Stamfleet as it goes out of play. It'll stay Laramie basketball.
Plainsmen have an opportunity to chip away at this lead that's starting to get out of hand for them here early on in this game.
Game started with a three-pointer knocked down by Brady Storbo, and Central's taken off ever since. Dodd gets it into Michelson. Offensive foul on Bleak.
Bleak will pick up his first foul, team's third called against Laramie Plainsmen.
Here comes Carter Labatos. Carter will come in for Talich. Talich without a bucket here in this first quarter, again averaging 18 points a game, as we'll see Opie come in for Morris.
Well, again, Talich so far here in this contest really hasn't been needed due to the fact that the bigs, whether it is LeBeaumont, the Storbo Twins, Lawson Lovering, again, they've been carrying the load, at least taking advantage of the height, that at least they have the clear advantage over Laramie here tonight.
Stamfleet dribbles with the right hand, looks up top, hands it off to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont gets in the lane, kick out, open for three, Storbo. Offensive foul, LeBeaumont didn't stop in time. The shot was missed anyway.
Yeah, LeBeaumont will pick up his first foul, team second against Central High.
Full court pressure here for Laramie, as Lovering will play at the top of the full court pressure. Will force Brown to go to the left side. The length of Lovering will be tough to get around for the smaller guard, so they go over to Michelson. Trying to get it across the timeline, they do so. Dodd with good hands on the right side, now double teamed. Will go over to Brown, still being guarded by Lovering. Inside, Bleak with the basketball, had it poked away. It comes over to Dodd for Laramie. 39 seconds left on the clock. Long three for Michelson, hits off the front iron. LeBeaumont gets up high and grabs his first rebound. 30 seconds left, pushing the tempo. Storbo on the right block, right hand floater too short, and the rebound comes down to Opie. His third one of the quarter, 22 seconds left. Still 19-7, Central with the lead. Opie goes with the pass to Brown, calls out the play. Bounce pass to Opie, the left hand shooting. Tyler will dribble with the left hand, now come over to Michelson up top. Labatos on his back pocket. 6 seconds left. Brown still with the basketball. 4 seconds left. Bounce pass, Michelson at the block. His shot is blocked by Labatos, and it will come down, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 19-7, Central with the lead. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. 14-7 first quarter lead for Central. They had 7 points by Brady Storbo, 5 points by his brother Brock Storbo in that first quarter.
Again, the bigs for Cheyenne Central showing their might, showing their dominance as they've been throughout this entire season. It's pretty much as they've done with every other opponent. Hey, Laramie, what are you going to do to slow us down? Slow down that height advantage that they clearly have. Again, you have 4 with the Storbo twins, Lawson, and also 2 LeBeaumont.
It's Central starting with the basketball. Labatos has it. He'll come over into the lane, kick out pass to Brady. Now Talich at the top. You can hear Coach Lane call out the play inside that left block. Double team is Lovering. He'll go up with the shot and foul. They'll go to line to shoot 2.
That's going to be the 14th foul called against the Plainsmen, and did not see who that was called against.
Looks like it will be the first foul.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call that against Trey Enzi, so he'll pick up his second foul.
Well, look, when I looked at the scoreboard, it said 12. I'm like, I don't have a 12 for Laramie.
That's for a LeBeaumont.
Yeah, well,
there is a 12 a part of the Plainsmen.
Lovering rattles it in and out on the first one, as we'll see Bleak come back in for Enzi, who has two fouls.
We talk about the height advantage for Cheyenne Central again. Play between Lawson Lovering and also to the guard out there. Again, 5'7", looking at with Brown, again a freshman. It's almost criminal. Come on.
Right. Yeah, it's not fair, that's for sure. Lovering goes 1 for 2 at the line. He's got 6 points. Lead up to 13, largest of the night for Central. As Michelson with the basketball, 7.5 left here in this second quarter on our Pepsi scoreboard. Michelson gets in the lane, knocked down by Brock Storbo, who's in.
Yeah, Storbo will pick up that foul. It'll be his first, team's third called against Cheyenne Central.
Good football play, but in basketball, it's not allowed. Dodd will inbound it for Laramie. Dodd looking down low. Instead, will come up top to Opie. Opie with the basketball, dribbles with the right hand. Ethan Cates into the game, will guard him. Man defense for Central. Opie still with the basketball, looking for someone to flash open, and Michelson does. Stops at the free throw line, puts up the shot. It's short. The rebound will come down to Talich, as it was a group effort there for Central on the offense on that defensive board. Cates goes down low. Double team, goes to Labatos, doesn't take the 3. Back up top to Brock. Now Talich on the left corner. Talich now will pick up his dribble, goes down low on the elbow. Lovering with it, rolls over to the right side, puts up the shot, rolls it in for 2. Lovering now with 8.
And again, he makes that look easy.
Labatos with good defense on Brown. Of course, said that a lot during the football season as well. Brown at the very top, and a 5-second guarding call on Brown. It's a turnover, the 4th one.
So Central High basketball here, opportunity to extend out this lead.
Stamfley will come in for Labatos, and we'll see Brady and LeBeaumont come in. Brock and Lovering will come out for Central.
As you'll lose a few inches with Lawson stepping out, but again, for Central, they'll still stay at least a little bit bigger than what the Plainsmen have on the floor.
You can combine Brown and Stamfley, you still lose a few inches.
Yeah.
Brady with the basketball, comes up top. Cates will put up the 3 from straight away, rolls it in. Ethan Cates hits the 3 ball. Brady Storbo picks up his 2nd assist.
As now it's starting to feel like it's getting out of hand for the Plainsmen here early on.
18-point lead. Brown trying to create some space with the body on Stamfley. Dribbles behind the back, goes over to Dodd at the top, way up high, 6:10 left here in the second quarter. Dodd trying to go around Storbo, but great job moving his feet for Brady. Michelson dribbles behind the back, double team between him and Cates, goes over to Bleak on the right wing. Bleak comes up top, Opie, 5:55 left here in the second quarter. Again, 25-7 in favor of Central. Brown will come up high, look over at Coach Schaefer, reset the offense, goes with the motion offense, dribbles behind the back, stops one way, passes it to the right. Opie, crossover into the lane, kick out, Bleak, left wing, hits the cutting Michelson, and a foul on Talich as he had the left hand on the back of Michelson.
Yeah, reaching over the back, Talich will pick up a 2nd foul. Team's 4th against the Indians. That's going to prompt Labatos to come back in. Also, too, we're going to see a few at least subs in for Laramie. It looks like Kern, and then also, too, it looks like Dodd back in.
That's Eli Kern coming in for Laramie, just a sophomore, and Milan Morris, the freshman for Laramie. It'll be Kern to inbound it. Kern looking for someone to get open as a 5-second call was not called. Storbo came up with the steal, Brady Storbo, but then gave it right back to Laramie.
As Laramie going to slow things down, try to get their composure back.
Good defense by Lobatos on Michelson, not allowing him to turn the corner. Morris dribbles with the right hand, comes up top to Dodd. Dodd dribbles with the left hand, trying to get around Cates. Michelson fakes the three, now gets in the lane, stops by LeBeaumont, tries to hand it off to Bleak, loses the handle. Now slowing it down as Kern comes up top, and a timeout called by Coach Schaefer, not liking his offensive motion. 30-second timeout. We'll take that as well, right here on 1480 KRAE. This is something we could definitely talk a little bit more at halftime, but of course Dawson McCleary, who's on this Central basketball team, hurt right now, so not dressed out. But the starting quarterback had for the Central football team has committed to Minot State to play football, which is interesting because he also is a starting shortstop on post 6 as well.
We've talked with Dawson before, at least when he was playing with post 6, trying to get that understanding of what he was looking towards the future. Again, he was undecided when we talked to him during the summer, but again, we'll be at least committing to Minot State for football. So congratulations to Dawson.
Eli Kern with the basketball for Laramie, 25-7 with 5 minutes left, Central with the lead. We're here in the second quarter. Michelson with the basketball, rips through Lobatos, stops in the lane. A lot of steps, no call, as Lobatos almost comes up with a steal on Bleak. Bleak will kick it out, now stolen away by Stanfley. Long pass to Storbo, reaches over the shoulder, lays it in for 2. Brady Storbo caught so many passes during the football season, caught a great pass from Stanfley and lays it in for 2.
20-point advantage now for the Indians.
For Stanfley, his second assist. Michelson trying to get across the timeline, 4.5 left, 10-second violation, another turnover.
As it was pushing very close, give credit to Cheyenne Central, the defense. Again, just swarming on this Plainsmen team. They look frazzled out there on the court.
Central, just so much length, and with the length, they also got a lot of athleticism.
And it's almost to an intimidation factor as well, too, of just the size and the strength. Again, it's not just height. It also, too, is wide bodies out there with the Storbo twins and a few others.
Lovering to Storbo for 3. A foul is called. I think Lovering's going to be called for the charge after the pass.
I do believe so. If it is, yeah, it will be against Lawson, so he'll pick up the foul. His first, team's 5th against Cheyenne Central here in this half.
Funny there, Lovering looks over at Coach Lane trying to figure out what he did wrong, and Coach Lane said, you got to jump stop. You can't just run him over. So even, Lovering with the offensive foul there, he's still seeing some kinks that he still needs to work out before he makes that transition to D1 basketball. Carter Lobatos comes up with a steal. Here comes Lovering across the timeline, loses the handle. Again, another steal by Central, who then give it right back to Laramie. Kern for 3, hits off the right iron. The rebound will come down to Bleak. His first rebound is an offensive one with 3:40 left in this quarter. 27-20, double dribble by Garrett Dodd. Another turnover, that's the 8th one, is Brown will come in for Laramie. Talich will come in for Ethan Cates for Central.
As basketball out to Cheyenne Central. I do believe in this quarter so far for Laramie, as we have 3:40 remaining before half. Again, Laramie has not put up a single point.
You are right, goose egg. And 4:20 into this second quarter. We saw Laramie Lady Plainsmen have that same issue where they couldn't score. Stanfley with the right-hand dribble, comes up top. Lovering fakes the handoff, now goes to Talich. Talich has only attempted 1 shot. Lobatos fakes the 3, goes to Lovering, makes a one-handed grab, and Brown's going to be called for holding on.
As Plainsman faithful not too happy with that one. Brown.
They're going to call that on Bleak.
Bleak will pick up his second foul. Team's 5th against Laramie. And I think Bleak has an argument that, again, Lawson clearly at least kind of reaching over the back, doing a little bit more extra, at least contact.
No shot, a whistle before the shot. And it's going to be on Brown, his first.
Brown will pick up his first foul. That will be team 6 called against Laramie.
Jake Vegan will come in for Laramie. Vegan, another whistle before the entry, another foul. And it should be 1-1 now, as that's going to be Bleak's third foul.
Actually, they're going to call that against Vegan. Vegan will pick up his first foul, team's seventh called against Laramie, so bonus time for Cheyenne Central. 3 fouls, and about a second is ticked off here against Laramie.
Crazy. Lovering at the line, shooting 1-1. He's 1 for 2 at the line. He's got 8 points in the game.
You think this Plainsman team's a little frustrated right now?
A little bit. They can't really compete with the size, so they're trying to body up, and it's being called. Lovering hits the first. He'll earn himself a second one. For Lawson Lovering, him and Brady Storbo both tied with 9 points. Lovering with a chance to be the first in double figures, and he will do so as he cashes the free throw. Nothing but net, and a timeout called by Coach Safer. It's a full one. We'll take one as well. 1 minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Brown, Morris, Dodd, and Vegan out on the floor for Laramie. Lovering, Lovatos, Brady, Storbo, Talich, and Stanley, the starting 5 out on the floor for Central. Full court pressure for Laramie, or for Central, as Dodd gets it across the timeline. Now down low, Vegan hands it off to Michelson, who lays it in with the right hand. First bucket of the quarter for Laramie on a nice pass by Jake Vegan.
Ends a long run by Cheyenne Central here in this quarter.
And a 10-0 run for Central to be exact. Stanley has it on the left wing. Will come up top. Lobatos looking down low. Instead, we'll go to Brady. Brady trying to go down to Lovering. Lovering will pop out instead. Stanley on the block. Goes with the right hand turnaround left shot. Short. And the rebound will come to Vegan. Here, Coach Lane telling his team to get back. Michelson with the basketball. Picked up by Lobatos. Brown goes to the left corner to Morris. Morris with the right hand dribble. Comes over to Michelson and will run the motion offense with 2:30 left here in the second quarter. Morris into the lane, stopped by Lovering. Michelson for 3 on the left side. It's short. The rebound will be last touched by Stanley. Looked like Dodd may have been the last one, but they'll say Stanley was the last one to touch it.
Surprised on that call there. It looked like Dodd hit him like right in the chest, right out of bounds, but it's still going to stay with the Plainsmen here.
Dodd looking to go down low to Brown. It's going to be knocked out of play by Brady Storbo. It will stay Laramie basketball. 29-9 the score. It's been as many as 21 tonight or 22 for Central.
But it's been well in control by the Indians throughout this entire first half.
Started with a 3-ball hit by Brady. Vegan almost had it picked away by Stanley. Michelson goes back to Vegan on the short side. Now trying to body up on Lovering. It's blocked. Tried to go up against Lovering, and that's a bad idea. Talich has to run down that long pass. He saves it. Goes over to Storbo, who lays it in with the right hand. Unreal play by Nathaniel Talich.
As we had at least Vegan slow to get up, so whistle was called by the official here in the back.
It was a lob pass by Brady Storbo to Talich. He overthrew it. Brady ran the floor, was able to jump up high as Talich went to save the basketball, and he laid it in with the right hand.
Basket counts, no foul again, and the whistle was blown due to the fact that Vegan was slow to get up.
NBA range 3 by Michelson, and Dodd comes up with a long rebound. Michelson with the right hand goes over to Brown on the corner. Brown comes up top. Of course, that was all started by that block by Lovering that transition bucket. Morris trying to dribble between the legs. Stanfley cuts that down. Labatos comes up with a steal. Labatos with the steal and 2. That's his second steal, his first 2 points. The lead up to 24, largest of the night. Labatos just not letting Brown get around him. Morris in the lane, kick out pass, stolen by Telich. Here comes Central again in transition. It's Telich with the steal and 2, his first 2, and a timeout called by Coach Taglane. A 30-second one. We'll take a 30-second timeout is here as well on 1480 KRAE. Five to 9 with 1:10 left here in the second quarter. Kind of that one bucket was scored. It was 29-9, and then now a quick 6-0 run for Central.
Is this surprising to what we're seeing on the court? No. We've seen the Central I team enough, at least before non-conference, to realize that, yes, Central is this good. Yeah. They are that good. Again, that one loss was on the road against a similar Scottsbluff team that matched them in size and height. Again, what Central is going to do throughout this conference, where, again, they're going to find teams like this. Expect dominance like this.
Michelson with the basketball. Central outscoring Laramie in the quarter, 16-2. Michelson, deep 3. Too strong off the right side. LeBeaumont grabs the rebound. It's been Michelson, the only one to score a bucket here in this quarter for Laramie. Cates into the lane, stops at the block. Morris, good hustle with the help side, will come up with a steal. With the basketball, it's Brown in the corner. Brown will kick it up top to Morris. Now Central in a zone with 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Morris dribbles with the right hand, hand off to Brown. Brown steps over to the left wing, throws up a 3. It's an air ball. Morris saves it underneath his own basket. It comes down to Cates. Cates across the timeline, going coast to coast, throws up the right hand and 1 for Ethan Cates. They're going to say it was on the floor. The basket doesn't count. Great shot, though, by Ethan Cates nonetheless. He'll go to the line, shoot 1-1.
As they're adding more points, this Giant Central making it 39-9 here, but it should be 35-9. As we have 18.1 seconds remaining.
Cates hits the first one, 67% on the season, will earn himself 1 more.
As they keep on adding points, it should be 36-9 here.
Second one on the way. Cates hits both. He's got 5. And the lead should be, I believe, 37-9. Yeah, it says 41-9 here in the building.
Yeah, it's 37-9. Again, basket didn't count.
Morris loses the handle. Last touch by Laramie, and Central will have the basketball with 10.3 left.
And chance to extend out this already large lead, pretty much be up by 20 here against Laramie. Actually, up by 30.
And they do have it right now. They have it at 38. Should be 37.
Yeah, it should be 37-9.
Stanfley with the basketball, dribbles with the left hand, goes between the legs, calling for a screen. 4 seconds left, goes to LeBeaumont. Deep 3 by LeBeaumont, hits off the right iron. Vegan grabs the rebound, and that will be it. Score after 1 half of play. Central 37, Laramie 9. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll try to catch up with Coach Kirkbride right after this on 1480 KRAE.
Welcome back to Cheyenne Central here. We're at half of this contest. It is, at least of our indication, 37-9. Even talked with the Laramie broadcast crew. Again, David Settle here in town. Again, he's got 37-9, but for whatever reason on the board, they got 38-9. So I don't know what's the correct one. Either way, though, Central's up big. I want to take this opportunity right now to thank some of our fine sports sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. I'd like to thank Arrow Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin-Robbins, the LCCC Flight Crew, Bread Basket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Shine Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Education Federal Credit Union, Foot of the Rockies, Holiday Motors, High West Energy, Joe Ed Produce, Kia of Cheyenne, LCCC, also to First Tier Bank, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. Again, as I repeat myself at half right now, it is Central up big in this contest. We have 37-9 over the Laramie Plainsmen. Also, too, want to thank MHP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicap Pharmacy, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Pages Act Lane at #1 Property, Cheyenne, sponsoring our Pepsi scoreboard, Pete's Builders, Platte Valley Bank, Toxic Gill Window Company, Wydot, and also to Cheyenne Urological.
As we see the man for that has now won 10 in a row, Coach Kirkbride will come and join us. So we'll do real quick is take a 30-second timeout. We'll have Coach Kirkbride for you on his post-game comments over his 43-26 lead. 30-second timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. The field house as we're now joined by Central Lady Indian coach Glenn Kirkbride. Coach, 10 in a row. How many times have you seen that in your career, or at least teams that you coach, be able to be on this kind of stretch?
Yeah, not very many, honestly. I spent a lot of my career coaching. I've done it over 20 years now. I've spent a lot of time kind of taking over teams that struggled a little, and so this is a fun change.
Yeah, right. Better to be on this end of it.
Yeah, it is.
Now, obviously, a pretty decisive win. You win by 17, but I'm sure when you look at the game film, you're going to see that you caused 25 turnovers. You would expect to win by a lot more than that, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. We offensively, we've still got a lot of work to do. I mean, we really do, and give them credit for hanging in there. Our defense is pretty salty. I mean, it's something we work on and something we want to be good. And we gave them everything we had, and they hung right in there. So,
speaking of the defense, 11 steals just between Fernio and Bassard. It's dangerous. As you said, she's fiery, and probably somebody you like coming off the bench that has that in Kelsey Bassard. But for her to come off the bench, lead you in scoring, have the steals, I mean, I hate to be exhausting with it, but yeah, she just adds so much to this team in the depth part.
Yeah, she really does. She really does. She's such a fun kid, and she loves to be a part of it too, man. She just loves to be doing what we're doing. We're going to work with her, and right there at the end, had a couple times I'd love to just been able to see her relax a little bit, but you know what? I don't want to work that fieriness out of her in any way, because that's what drives her. That's her role, and she's a lot of fun to be around. Great to have on the team.
Coach, you have to like the fact, too, that you're able to get some of your other players like Darcy Jardine. You can get Brandt in there. Anytime you can get Bush in there for a little bit of time as well. Games like this, you got to know it's a long season. So if you can stretch your bench to where it's 12, 13 deep, that's got to be nice, especially when you're playing the second game of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. And, those are great kids, too. They come play hard in practice, and I like to get them time and experience on the floor. Those are kids that didn't have experience last year any. And obviously, there are seniors and leaders next year. So that's something that the more time we can get them is fantastic. And they come in, play hard, do everything we ask them to do. I love having them there, too.
Coach, 1-2 matchup next week at Story. When you go into it, you know what you have to do. You have to stop number 13 on that other team, which is not easy, and nobody's really been able to do that a lot. But it's an East team that plays a very similar style where they're in your face defensively and they try to run.
Yeah.
How important will it be to have a really good week of focused practice getting ready for that one?
Yeah, that's going to be huge. You know, that's one. It's not hard. I'm not begging them for attention during that. And you know that's a big one and a fun one, but they've pretty well owned us the last couple of years, and so that's something that we need to come at it with a chip on our shoulder and just see what we can do. We had a boxing one on Kai Buell 2-3 years ago, and she lit us up for 40 when she was still at Rock Springs, so I'm not sure there's much stopping her. We're going to just see what we can do.
Just outscore her and hopefully nobody else gets you.
Yeah,
all right, we'll take a 1 minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Have the first half stats for you after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back into the Central Fieldhouse. 37-9 is our score. 19-7 Central outscored Laramie in the first quarter, 19-2 in that second quarter. 4 points for Christian Michelson to lead the way for Laramie, 3 for Jaden Brown, 2 for Tyler Opie. For Central, 11 points for Brady Storbo, 10 for Lawson Lovering, 5 points for Brock Storbo, 2 points apiece for Talich LeBeaumont, Labados. Ethan Cates, I beg your pardon, has 5 off the bench. And for as far as Central goes, Nick, it's a well-oiled machine where they're going to get you on defense and they're going to make you get down the court in a hurry.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, this is a team that has size, it has height, it has speed. It is pretty much your near-perfect team out there, without a doubt, that Tag Lane has. This is a team that pretty much, again, it's not state tournament is on their horizon. It's not get to the championship game is on the horizon. No, this is a team that is pretty much state title or bust throughout this entire, at least 2019-2020 campaign for the Central High Indians. And right now, as we've seen through the non-conference, heading into quadrant play and also to get prepared for the Eastern Conference, when we head up to at least Northeast play and see those teams come on down, this is a team right now that is playing at the top of their game. And also to a team that where you look up and down throughout the entire state of Wyoming, who's beating these guys?
Nobody.
It's pretty much that question of who's going to stop this team. And so far, we haven't seen any takers. The only taker was the team out of state in Nebraska, being Scotts Bluff, that brought them their first loss.
Well, and that Scotts Bluff team in the Class B ranks in Nebraska, it could be a state title contender as well. So for Central, they could be losing to another state title team out of Nebraska.
It's a team I think advanced pretty far in the state at least tournament last year in Nebraska. And again, I do believe a couple of years removed from at least having state championship at least title out there.
Lovering, Brady Storbo, Labados, Talich, Stanfley on the floor for Central. It's Michelson, Morris, Opie, Enzi, and Brown for Laramie. Laramie starts with the basketball. Central now going left to right across your screen and your radio dial. Brown with the basketball, gets in the lane. Lob pass to Enzi, who's not attempted a shot here tonight with that length of Lovering and the Storbo twins and LeBeaumont underneath. Still a double team up top. Storbo almost comes up with a steal. Michelson able to maintain the possession. This time Talich digs it away. Talich has the basketball. Working on Brown. Puts it up with the right hand. Too strong. Good job by Jaden Brown not to allow Talich with the easy 2.
But again, quick at least start there. Errant start by both teams between Laramie and Cheyenne Central.
7:28 left here on the Pepsi scoreboard here in the third quarter. Inbounding the basketball will be Stanfley underneath. Stanfley Goes to Talich, throws up the right hand, too short. Lovering grabs the offensive rebound, goes to Talich, right wing three, too strong again, and Michelson grabs the rebound.
Kind of rare misses here for Cheyenne Central.
Talich almost comes up with a steal on the other end. Yeah, Talich doesn't miss too many open shots. 34% on the season from three. I'm sure his shooting percentage when in rhythm like that's a lot higher than 34% too. Morris with the basketball, comes to Brown at the top. Brown looking to rip through Stanfley. Stanfley doing a great job moving his feet and keeping him in front. Opie with the right hand, goes up top. Enzi trying to go down low, instead goes to Morris on the right side. Morris dribbles with the right hand, comes back up top. Brown now left wing, Opie looking down low, was dribbling to the right hand up top. Talich with good defense as this Central team just so disciplined on the defensive side. Morris in the lane, bounce pass back up top as the driving lane was cut off once again. It's a 35-second possession thus far and a foul called on Stanfley.
As Ryan will pick up that foul. That'll be team's first called against Cheyenne Central here in this half. First against Stanfley.
6:41 left in the second quarter, 37-9 the score in favor of.
And it's been like that for quite some time as neither team has put up points here in the third quarter yet.
Yeah, I meant that in favor of Central. Nobody scored thus far here in the quarter. Brown goes to the right side, bounce pass to Enzi. Enzi will kick it back up top. No interest in challenging Lovering there. Opie from the free throw line puts up the right hand shot, rolls it in.
So first points here in this second half. Go advantage to the Plainsmen.
Stanfley across the timeline, dribbles the handoff to Talich as they work the perimeter. Labados on the left wing. Lovering dives down low and now come to the corner. Storbo has it, one hard dribble, banks it in for two. Brady Storbo.
Yeah, nice answer back on the inside by Brady. Again, he's a big guy, big body. He's going to establish dominance on the inside.
Morris fakes the handoff to Michelson. Now comes up top to Brown at the top. Just right next to the logo as Stanfley comes up with a steal. Stanfley will go over to Labados. Extra pass to Storbo, lays it in with the right hand. Poetry in motion.
How about a 30-point advantage now for at least for Cheyenne Central here.
Opie, right corner, right hand shot for the three, rattles in and out. Storbo grabs the rebound, falls to the floor. They're going to call a foul on Storbo. No, now they can call it on Enzi. It'll be his third.
Yeah, Enzi will pick up his third foul. Team's first called against Laramie here in this half.
Cates, Brock Storbo, and LeBeaumont will come in. That's going to send Lovering, Brady Storbo, and Carter Labados as we saw that rotation in the first quarter. Same deal here for Coach Lane with a 30-point lead and 5:29 left here in this third quarter.
Again, you're subbing out about 5 inches in height, but still, even with Lawson sitting on the bench, Central still has the height advantage out there on the court.
Cates open for three. Cash money! Ethan Cates with a second three ball. 33-point lead now for Central.
As this game is starting to get well out of hand for Laramie.
Michelson bounce pass to Brown. Needs to get it into the front court. Will do so. Long pass to the left wing to Morris. Morris dribbles with the right hand, looking to go down low to Enzi. Instead, will go to the right wing to Brown. Extra pass to Opie. Opie has the basketball, dribbles with the left hand, and comes back up top to Brown. 4:50 left here in this third quarter. Laramie's going to slow the tempo down. Opie into the lane, kick out. Brown will slow it down and come way up top.
Laramie needs to pick it up again if they want to chip away, have a chance in this game.
Brown kick out pass to Opie. Opie fakes the shot in the corner, gets in the lane, jumps up. Foul called on the floor. Stanfley with the foul. Second on him.
His second, team second call against Cheyenne Central. Again, if this Laramie team wants an opportunity, they got to be a little quicker on the offensive side. Again, you're down by 33 right now.
Michelson will throw up the three, rattles in and out. The rebound comes to Cates, who had it taken away. Morris goes up with the right hand, bank shot off the right iron, grabs his own offensive rebound, goes up with a shot and one.
So third team foul called against Cheyenne Central. There again, the basket will count. And we will see that foul being called against Cates, who will pick up his first foul.
Well, and for Cates, he had the rebound. The reason why he turned it over, nobody came to the basketball to help him out, as there was two players on him. So Morris at the line, shooting the and one hard way. 82% on the season. It's going to be short, and Brock Storbo will grab his second rebound. Stanfley, long pass to Talich. Extra pass to LeBeaumont, who misses the dunk, grabs his own rebound, bank shot off, but he'll go to the line and shoot two.
13 foul called against Laramie here. That foul is going to be called against Morris, who will pick up his first.
Well, that was going to be right in front of the student section, and if they were paying attention, they would have gone up in a tizzy as LeBeaumont tried to go for the poster dunk. LeBeaumont first free throw on the way, rattles in and out. Says LeBeaumont on the season just 54%, so law of averages would say based on his percentage, he'll hit this one.
He should.
At least he hits it more than not at 54%, right?
That is true.
Puts the right foot on the line, 2 dribbles, twirl, right hand shot on the way. Rattles in and out. The rebound comes to Opie. For Laramie, as Michelson has the basketball, gets it across the timeline at the 4:15 mark here in the third quarter. Michelson in the lane, kick out, Opie, right corner 3, flat shot, hits the front right iron. Cates grabs the rebound, his third one for Central. Stanley in the timeline, gets into the lane, goes one way, now spins back with the left, rolls it in for 2, his first 2 points tonight, as he did a good job working on Jaden Brown in the paint.
Do want to mention in high school, 40 points is the magic mark for at least a running clock situation.
Michelson with the basketball, spins around Stanley, gets in the lane, puts it up from just inside the free throw line, misses the shot. LeBeaumont grabs his third rebound. Stanley pushing the tempo. Goes over to Brock. Brock with the basketball, gets in the right block, fade away from 5, rattles in and out. LeBeaumont grabs the offensive rebound, can't finish. Towles tries to finish on a quick putback, and he can't either as Morris grabs his third rebound.
High percentage shots that you're missing point blank.
Well, for LeBeaumont, if you're on the left side, try to finish with your left. It's a better angle. He's done it with the right hand twice and missed it twice. Brown, deep 3, hits off the left iron, right iron, and falls through. His second 3-ball hit. 46-16 the score, 30-point lead for Central.
Hit almost every 4 Cardinal, at least corners there on that basket before falling in.
Stanley with the basketball, goes to Talich at the top, high screen from Brock. It's LeBeaumont back to Stanley, down low on the right block. Storbo turns around, puts it up, and rolls it in. Brock's got 7, lead back to 32. Opie Aiken to the timeline, stops at the right elbow. Enzi will attempt a long 2, it's off the right iron. Opie grabs the offensive rebound but misses the shot.
And Central kind of sitting on their heels right now on the defense, allowing Laramie to get these rebounds.
Opie almost comes up with a steal. Storbo able to run it down. Brock with the basketball, he's left alone. Go to Stanley, down low, LeBeaumont working on Enzi. Goes with the right hand, that one rolls in.
As these are little cliffhangers that Central's getting to fall through.
34-point lead, largest of the night for Central with 2:15 left here in the third quarter. Coach Lane wanting Cates to come up high and guard Brown. Opie on the right wing, 2-3 zone for Central. Extra pass, Brown doesn't take the 3, bounce pass to Morris, so it's a long 2, and that one rattles in. As Morris has 4 points in the quarter, 50-18 the score.
As right now, Laramie on pace to outscore their entire first half here.
Stanley over to the right side to Storbo, goes to the right block to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont may have gotten away with dragging the foot. Stanley will put up the 3 ball, hits off the left iron, and NZ grabs his first rebound of the game. Back to a man defense in the corner. Opie doesn't take the 3 in the left side, goes to Michelson. Michelson in the lane, runs into LeBeaumont. No call. Good no call there as Talich grabs the loose ball. He's off in transition. Talich into the lane, puts up the shot off the glass and in for 2.
There's a little bump on the inside, a little contact, but again, refs here just allowing these 2 teams to play, and also 2 refs realizing again how in favor it is of Cheyenne Central too.
34-point lead, 1:08 left here in this third quarter. Brown. Spin move around Stanley, gets the high screen from Enzi. Stanley able to chase him back though. Now with the picked up dribble, Brown needs to find someone open. Goes to Michelson on the right block, kick over. Morris on the left wing. Morris dribbles into the right block, puts up the shot, short, and the rebound will come to Laramie. Dodd and Bleak will come in for Laramie. Here comes Brady Storbo, Carter Lobatos, and Lawson Lovren.
Is that 3-man unit that just keeps on swapping in for at least head coach Tag Lane.
Brock, LeBeaumont, and Stanley come out for Central.
The only non-starter out there for Cheyenne Central right now is Ethan Cates.
Kick out, Bleak fakes the straightaway 3, now gets into lane, runs into Lovering, bounce pass to Michelson, who will slow it down with Lobatos coming high, not giving Michelson a lot of space as we've seen him shoot from deep. Bleak goes over to Michelson. Michelson dribbles behind the back. Lobatos doing a great job just staying right in front of him. Brown Goes to the right side, bounce pass to Opie, 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're screen and roll, it's oblique, high off the glass, rattles in and out, Lovering grabs his fourth rebound. Here comes Central in transition. Cates with the basketball, hand off to Storbo. Brady, back up top, Cates for three on the left wing, short, the rebound comes out to Lovering. His fifth one, down low, Talich lays it in for two. Great find by Lovering, his second assist. 54-18, 36-point lead. That will be the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth. 36-point lead, largest of the night for Central. A 1-minute timeout right here in 1480 KRAE. Third quarter in the Thunderdome, East boys up 55-32 over the South Fighting Bison. We had a kind of an idea of how that one would go. Of course, we thought the girls' game would go a little bit that way, but South, the Lady Fighting Bison, did a good job keeping it close for the most part.
Well, and on that boys' side, the interesting note as well as one starter for Cheyenne South is no longer with the Fighting Bison. Instead, he's moved over here to Cheyenne Central. That being, at least we saw him in the junior varsity game, that being one Jaden Cummings. So again, for Jeff Bailey, again, he's without one starter who, again, made the kind of jump over here to Cheyenne Central, at least in the recent weeks, apparently.
Talich, Cates, Lovering, Brady, Storbo, Lobatos out on the floor for Central. Down low, Storbo had Michelson reach over his back. He's able to regain possession and bank it in with the right hand. He's got 17. The lead is up to 38. It's Michelson, Brown, Opie, Bleak, and Dodd on the floor for Laramie. A backcourt violation. No, instead it's just a steal. Lovering with the steal and the two-hand slam! Right in front of the student section who now raised the roof. It's a 40-point lead for Central.
Should mean running clock at this point in time here.
Michelson with the basketball, goes over to Dodd. Dodd gets into the lane, throws up the left-hand scooper, well short. Cates grabs the rebound. His fourth one. Here comes Lobatos over to Storbo. Storbo, lob pass Lovering, tries with the one-hand lob, it a little too high, and it will be Laramie with the basketball. Bleak in the lane, spin around, throws it up with the right hand, blanks it in for two. Cates tried to draw the charge, not enough contact though to be believed by the officials to call it.
As the Central team trying to get a little too flashy here, realizing that they're well ahead.
Well, if you want to do that, throw it up a little high with a little more arc. Storbo from 5 knocks it in. He's got 19.
Back up to that 40-point advantage now for Cheyenne Central.
It's Brady Storbo leading the way point-wise for Central against South. He's doing the same thing here against Laramie. Michelson, long two, hits short. Lobatos grabs the rebound. Here comes Carter over to Storbo. Behind the back feed. Cates misses the shot. Storbo grabs the offensive rebound and lays it in for two.
Cheyenne Central try to be a little Harlem Globetrotter out there right now with some of these moves.
They're feeling it, up 40. Two now. Largest of the night as Don will slow it down. Go over to Opie. 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Backdoor cutting Brown is not thrown to by Opie. It's in the left side. Michelson put up a long three. That one rolls in for Christian Michelson, who's got 7. His first bucket of the second half.
As right now, again, both teams just going back and forth, just answering baskets.
Talich dribbles with the right hand, stops at the top. Bounce pass to Lobato straight away. Will dribble twice and then go over to Lovering. The Talich down low. Storbo puts up the right hand shot, too strong, and the rebound comes down to Bleak. Didn't have a good angle to bank it off the glass. Bounce pass, Opie, left corner three. That one's good. Back-to-back threes and a timeout called by Coach Schaefer. It will be a
as we wait
full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout as well right here on 1480 KRAE. 36-point lead after back-to-back three-pointers knocked down by Laramie. Michelson and Opie with three-pointers, as Central will come out with Kate Stamfley, LeBeaumont, Brock Storbo, and Nathaniel Talich. Laramie will counter with Brown, Dodd, Opie, Morris, and Bleak. Stamfley with the basketball for Central after the coach Schaefer called timeout for Laramie. Dribble handoff to Talich. Talich quiet tonight, just 6 points for Nathaniel Talich, averaging 18 in the season. Talich hands it off over to LeBeaumont, gets it back from LeBeaumont, and they'll reverse court to the left side. Storbo. Brock in the lane, spin around, goes to Cates. Cates up top, Stamfley. Stamfley looking down low, will go to Talich. He'll get it to Brock on the right block, loses the handle. Dodd comes up with a steal for Laramie. As they start kind of building some momentum here are the Plainsmen. Long three for Brown, hits off the front iron. LeBeaumont grabs the rebound. Sixth rebound for Randy LeBeaumont. Now hustling down the floor, gets it stolen away by Opie. He'll stay Central basketball.
As again, the running clock is in effect, even with at least ball gone out of bounds. Again, the only thing that'll stop the running clock is timeouts called by either Tag Lane or Coach Schaefer.
Right, once it gets to 40, once the running clock starts, it doesn't stop. Talich, right corner three, short, and the rebound will come down to Storbo. Cates fakes the shot, will slow it down, they'll reset. For Brock Storbo, that's his fifth rebound with 4:15 left here in the fourth quarter.
You talk about momentum for Laramie at this point in time of this game. It's almost a little too late for the Plainsmen right now.
Talich has it on the left wing. Stamfley at the top, goes to Cates, as now they're running fully through their motion offense. In the corner, Talich comes up top, LeBeaumont. Now Stamfley looks to get into the lane, instead kicks it out to Cates. Goes over to Brock. Brock up top to LeBeaumont as they work the perimeter. Stamfley gets around. Brown, nice no-look feed to Cates, loses the handle. Brock doesn't take the shot, instead shuffles his feet and will be called for the travel.
As again, the clock still continues even on the turnover. An inbound play here for Laramie. As we will see at least Plainsmen come in. It looks like Michelson come back in for the Plainsmen.
It'll be Jaden Brown that comes out for, again, Brown starting for senior guard Noah Valdez.
We're going to see a wholesale substitution here for Cheyenne Central.
We'll revert to you as far as getting the names for those ones. Dodd has it on the left wing. Goes with the right hand dribble between the legs over to Stamfley. 3:05 left here in this fourth quarter. Running clock the rest of the way. In this one, as Central had a lead as many as 42. Moore still with the basketball between the leg dribble. Stamfley almost picked the pocket of Dodd. Up top, Opie for three on the left wing. Too strong. The rebound comes down to Brock, who picks up his sixth rebound, then throws it away.
As we'll have the mass substitution in, it looks like Kenyon Lewis for Cheyenne Central, also to Trevor Norod. Let's see, also to Jackson Whitworth, the former Cheyenne South product. Again, Jaden Cummings in. And then also, too, it looks like Kobe Philbin will be in for Cheyenne South. So a fresh five out there for head coach Tag Lane with a clear victory in hand right now for the Indians.
And Jackson Whitworth, son of A.D. Chad Whitworth, out on the floor. Dodd has the basketball for Laramie, dribbles with the right hand, kick out to Bleak. Now up top, Michelson will slow it down at 2:08 left here in this fourth quarter. Gets around Cummings. These two familiar with each other as they played together last year for a hot minute. Michelson will steal it away from Cummings. Put up the three ball. Got it. That was a deep three hit. He's got 2 threes in this quarter. He's got a team high 10 points.
As Central with the victory going to move to 11-1 overall for Laramie. They're going to fall to 7-5 overall, and Central will remain 2-0.
Whitworth for three straight away off the left side. Opie grabs the rebound.
And Laramie will fall to 0-2 in at least conference play.
Morris goes high, too strong off the glass. There with the rebound is Bleak, and he'll put it in for two in the last timeout. Called by Coach Schaefer. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here with 1:28 left. Of course, again tomorrow, you guys will be at the rack as LCCC will have a doubleheader, both Lady Golden Eagles and Golden Eagles.
Yeah, that is going to be 2 and 4 o'clock start times. Women up first, men up second. LCCC will host Gillette College, the Lady Pronghorns and Pronghorns, two teams that sit atop in Region 9 North on both the men and women's side. So again, going to be interesting. Big-time battles for both Lady Golden Eagles and Golden Eagles. Again, 1:40-ish pregame show here on 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com and video live streaming on Periscope via Twitter and the 1480KRAE YouTube channel.
It is a final at Story. The East boys win 74-45 over South. So Cheyenne, both East schools go 2-0 in quadrant play. So it'll be for sure a number 1 versus number 2 matchup as East Thunderbirds number 2 in the state. And of course you've got the girls game will be 1 and 2 as well. It's down low. As you can hear the travel call, the whistle for the travel guy sort of made it for him.
At first I thought you were referencing the student section, basically saying, hey, warm the bus in regards to Laramie.
1 minute left, 31-point lead for Central. They had it as many as 42. A couple of 3 3-pointers to cut it close. As all teams have their JV players in. Of course, that's Enzi, the one starter on the floor. And here comes Lewis across the timeline, goes to Cummings in the right wing. 37 seconds left. Skip pass is over to Norod. Norod gives it off to the wing. That's Whitworth. That's Lewis with the basketball. Philbin over to Whitworth. Whitworth comes up top, down low with the basketball is Norod. Kicks it back out. 3-ball put up by Cummings is short. The rebound comes to Philbin, who knocks it in for 2.
With 10 seconds remaining here in this game.
Kern with the basketball. Goes down low. Enzi has it, looking for his first points tonight. Goes reverse lane and will get it to go. And that will be the final bucket scored. It's a 31-point victory for Central, 64-33, as both the Lady Indians and Indians sweep the Plainsmen from Laramie High School. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll have our post-game show for you from the field house right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Four to 33, our final here in our boys game. As we look at our final point totals for Laramie, they were led by Christian Michelson with 10 points, 7 points for Tyler Opie, 4 points apiece for Morris and Bleak, 2 points for Enzi, and 6 points I forgot to mention for Jaden Brown. For Central, it was 19 points for Brady Storbo to lead the way, 12 points for Lovering, 8 points for Ethan Cates, 6 for Talich, 4 points for Randy LeBeaumont, 7 points for Brock Storbo, 2 points apiece for Stanfley and Labados, and then you had number 14, Kobe Philbin, with 2 points as well. So just like the girls, where you see a lot of the widespread of scoring, same thing with Central, is where they have a widespread of scoring for them tonight.
It's a very unselfish team. That's plain and simple. Where again, you could easily have gone multiple times on the inside, and they did. They did without a doubt with Lawson Lovering and also to the Storbow twins. But this is a team, and again, we saw at least there was one key play, I do believe, in the third or fourth quarter where Lawson Lovering again had that opportunity, wide open shot, and again he can hit from range without a doubt. But it decided to see, at least I do believe, spotted either Stanfley or again it was again someone on the inside was unselfish and just went for the easier shot, at least a high percentage shot. So again, this is a team that is very unselfish, a team that is right now again playing, firing on all cylinders. It's something that I talked about at half, or at least alluding in this boys contest. Who's going to stop this team? Who is going to stop this team in Class 4A? East might have a shot. You can't deny those rivalry games, but outside of that, who's going to take down this Central High team?
Well, you have the two Gillette schools that may have a chance, which both those teams will have to play each other. And I think for Central, they have to go to Gillette. They'll have to play Thunder Basin there. They'll have to play Campbell County there. And those are two good teams that are on the north side of the state of Wyoming. But as you allude to, Central and East, it'll be 1 versus 2, East Lady Thunderbirds against the Central Lady Indians. We'll have that from high up at the historic Story Gymnasium on Friday, and then following that game will be the number 1 Central Indians against the number 2 East Thunderbirds. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to, last year,
buckle up. It's going to be high octave. We've seen that again. This is, we talk about the old school rivalry here between Laramie and Cheyenne Central, but again, East versus Central. We've seen fireworks on the court. We've seen fireworks in the stands. Again, it is highly passionate. It is something that both teams realize what's on stake. You pretty much put 0-0 at least on your overall record. It doesn't matter when it comes to these two battling.
Well, and you know that gym is going to be packed. So, of course, if you aren't able to make it to Story Gym because you don't like massive crowds, you can feel free to watch it on the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. Of course, follow online if you want. If you're old school and you'd rather listen to it, or if you're on the radio dial. 1480 AM or 101.1 FM. Of course, tomorrow we'll have LCCC basketball. Will be yourself and Pops, Larry Proietti at the rack, as there'll be some home cooking hopefully for LCCC as they've been away from it for quite a while.
We're at home for at least the next 2 contests, and then we'll head up to at least Casper. That's next Saturday, but this Saturday again, at least for LCCC, hosting Gillette, the Lady Pronghorns, and Pronghorns again 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Women up first, men up second. Again, a lot on the line for both of these squads coming up, taking on 2 top dog teams in Region 9 North. So, again, it's going to be fun, at least basketball action happening there on the campus of LCCC. They're live at the rack coming up tomorrow.
Well, to recap it tonight, the Lady Indians beat Laramie. Lady Plainsmen 43-26. The boys, Central Indians beat Laramie Plainsmen 64-33 for Central. They are undefeated in quadrant play. They go 2-0. For Laramie, they're 0-2 in quadrant play for both boys and girls. For Trowa Elbert-Armstrong back at the house, making sure we stay on the air. And my partner, Nick Proietti, I'm Chris Polton. We'll take you back to your regular scheduled programming right here on 1480.